Gotta show him I can still rap though. Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my friendly way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I'll get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
You will not be in my top 85%.
Yeah. Yo, what is going on, people? It is Thursday night. It is prime time. And guess what? Next podcast is back. What is up, chat? It is great to see you guys. What is up, Tool Man? I believe you were first, brother. I believe you came in here first. Yes. What is up, Mizzle? What is up, Casket? Good to see you guys. T Reaper. Yo, Mega, there is a T Reaper sighting.
Tonight,
Oh my god!
In the chat.
My
oh my goodness,
God.
man.
Oh, goodness.
That's what happens when you're off for 2 weeks. People realize they missed you.
And of course there's Naked HD as well. Coming in early.
Oh,
Coming in,
it's
yo.
real.
Let me just
Who am I gonna block first today?
Bro,
Oh
Supersonic,
shit! Negative HD got it without me.
Yeah.
How did we do that?
what happened?
Who did that? Oh,
That's,
he deleted his own message. Hold on, wait. Who did that?
no, that's Naked HD. That's you know,
Is it a bot?
yeah,
The sex
okay.
bot.
it's a porn bot.
Ooh.
Porn bot people.
Follow me on
Porn bot.
OnlyFans.
But yo, guys, I know we have been gone for 2 weeks. It is good to be back. It is good to be live, and we might have a couple things to talk about. And it seems like the gaming community has gone absolutely insane, and it's just so many big things dropping all around. And we got to get into it. But first, we got to get into the intros, right? So I'm gonna start with the man. He lives closest to me. He is also the inventor, dare I say, originator of hashtag Crispy Truth. It is Crispy Bomb. Crispy Bomb, what is up, bro? Good to be back, man.
Oh, dude, the slander going on in the green room. Oh man, it was definitely interesting, but gotta love it, and that's what we do. And you know, we got some topics, some serious topics since it's been what 2 weeks, but.
Yeah,
Two?
dude, if I reached back into those 2 weeks, we would have like a 6-hour show, man. Like with everything we were supposed to talk about.
Oh yeah. No, so I mean maybe it's a blessing, but also there's like breaking news, so let's get into it.
Nice, bro. Let's see. Next on the list, my brother that he likes to look into the business side about as much as he likes playing games. He is an exclusive here when it comes to gaming podcasts, but you might be able to check him out on his OnlyFans. Of course, it is Predator. What is up, bro?
Nothing, man. I haven't really been on the gaming side much lately. As I've been on the business side because with Pornhub and all, me being 8.2%. Whatever. I'll send it out in the fucking Discord later. Doing my thing on Pornhub and OnlyFans. So making that money over there. Where's Dark? He's not here today. I need that money.
Where is Dark? He's talking shit out on Twitter and everything like that, but he's not here. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. I've actually been playing some games lately. Yeah, he's yeah, I've been playing Madden actually. I'm gonna get my ass beat because I suck at Madden now. I realized that after not playing for a couple of years, but competitively anyway. So but I'm ready for football season. Me and Kim make a talk. We got an Oklahoma Texas rivalry thing going on, and a Rams Cowboys rivalry going on. So that'll be fun. It's not. It's really not because the Cowboys suck again. We didn't win the Super Bowl, so we obviously not gonna be up there with where he's at. But we're working on it. But I mean, we got another guest in here today. Not really a guest.
I was gonna say, what
old
guest?
friend.
I don't see a guest.
An old friend of the party. So I'm excited that he's here. And then we got Sir X-Man. So
and then we have Sir X-Man. Oh,
asshole.
This dude.
Anyway, let's get into it, man. I know we got a big show. You got some topics on here, and I'm not really happy about one of them, but we'll talk.
Yeah, I
about
can just
anyway.
imagine. It's probably one of the main ones as well.
Probably the Halo one, right?
We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, man. I know
we don't. We don't have to. We
really do.
Save it for the end. Save it for the end because that's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a long
save it
one.
for whenever I want to save it for.
Well, excuse-moi, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Making these commands.
Hey, save it for last week. Save it for last week.
We weren't even on that. Oh shit! All right, moving on. Next on the list, you guys might not know this, but he is underground famous because if you remember that game for the Atari, Pitfall, this man did the mocap for the star character in Pitfall, the original Pitfall. Of course, it is Sir X-Man. Sir X-Man, what is up, bro?
This shows you the intelligence because they didn't have mocap in the 70s, okay? But
don't downplay your 15 minutes of fame. I was only going to give you 10 minutes, but your 15 minutes of fame, man, you got to rock it, own it, bro.
Smart ass. I've been saying this, and I'm so sorry to my push been proven over the past couple of weeks. Sony's been on welfare. The point has been proven. And that's about it. Let's get to the topics.
All right, I got you. I don't think they're on welfare as much as we might be
Magical.
we might be seeing that arrogant, greedy Sony,
Here's the
popping up
thing.
again. That's all I gotta
When
say.
you owe people, you don't have time to buy other shit. You need to pay old people back so you can start building your money back. That ain't what they doing. But we ain't going there right now. Welcome everybody. Let's have some fun. Let's go through these wonderful topics we got because it's been a whole bunch because he ain't been here in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Wow, I hear a little angst because we haven't been live for 2 weeks. This is gonna be an
Oh
interesting
wow,
show, guys.
Six Slayers here. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yo, Six Slayer, what is up, brother? It is good to see you. What is up, Eric? Good to see you as well. The Don is in the chat. I think you might.
I'm just kidding, Reese. I'm kidding, Sid.
Yo,
I'm
all
kidding.
right. Next on the list, of course, we are coming live from the 405, and he's just trying to talk to the intelligent gamers out there, which of course is why he's on this channel with this panel. Of course, it is K Mega. K Mega, what is up, bro? K Mega. K
welcome to
Mega. K Mega. K Mega. Oh my
Hello.
God.
Hello. What the heck? Put the bottle down, man. Put the bottle down.
I thought you were just
you
being
there?
quiet because I said about the whole intelligent gamer thing, and I thought he was just being quiet because of that. Now I'm not so sure.
Time to leave and come back, or he's already left. One or the other.
No, he's still up there. He's still up there. Carlos Alvarado, yo, shout out to you, brother. The first person to hit up the super chat tonight, yo. Thank you so much for the support. He says Game Pass, friends and family, $25 confirmed from Xbox. And Carlos, I don't know. I think you're reading my mind because that is the first topic we are getting into. It was the late breaking news, and it is something we need to dive into. K Mega, are you there?
Wah,
Wah, wah, wah. I'm gonna have to learn how to do a soundboard because when stuff like this happens, somebody's gonna have to soundboard K Mega. It can't be K Mega soundboarding everybody all the time. It's got you know what I'm saying? We gotta do it the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, Percolator. My number one sub Percolator is here. All right, K Mega. Wow, that's echoing like crazy.
Okay. All right. Let's break it down. People. Come on.
This is the
This is a remix.
It's still going, K Mega. All right, he had to jump out. Butters. Guys, next on the list, I know Predator was trying to call him a guest, but let's be real. He is a family member when it comes to this show. He came in with his developer knowledge when we first started the show, and he stayed here for quite a long time. And now he is back tonight to hang out with us. It is the Don.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that family member that stayed too long at the barbecue. That just won't go home. And then then I finally went home, and then occasionally I come and visit. So yeah, it's good to be back with you guys for a little bit. I guess apparently there were certain subjects that probably needed my opinion, I guess. Is
required your presence.
Yeah, but more importantly, it's a good excuse for a bunch of gamers to get together and talk about games. So that's always a fun time. So
nice. Yeah, we definitely had to send out the Don signal because whenever there's big Halo news, for people who don't know, whenever there's big Halo news, like me and Don met playing Halo Guardians. Like that was the game we really we played hardcore and got to know each other and stuff like that on. So anytime big Halo news drops, he's one of the first people I think of. I'm like, man, I wonder what he's got to say. And Don, just to let you know, I saw one of your tweets on Twitter, and I was like, man, we might want to give him a venue over here with this.
Correction. Where else would a tweet be?
Wow. You know what? I'm moving on from that. I'm not even. Yo, guys. First topic. It is late breaking news. I know they were beta testing this in a couple countries or whatnot, but it is the Game Pass Friends and Family. Well, it seems that maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, Xbox came out and made it official. They are literally doing a family plan or a family and friends plan. They're not just leaving it to family. They're not going to check, the DNA to make sure that you're related to everybody that's on your Game Pass. But the friends and family plan, basically, you and 4 people can share on Game Pass Ultimate as well. This is Game Pass Ultimate, which I was a little concerned about whether they were just going to do regular Game Pass, but at Game Pass Ultimate, you can have up to 4 people basically sharing this for, as you can see what Carlos said, $25 a month. Now, for me, that's only $10 more because I
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I'm here. I'm back. Okay. I had to get some things straight. I mean, having this hiatus, I had to, I kind of just said, let everything just go to hell. I didn't care.
Yeah, it's all discombobulated inside your computer.
Oh man, yeah, it was corroded and everything. It was all types of shit going. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's all right, Mega. You want to say hi to the chat and everything before we?
What up, chat? What's happening? What's going on? We back. Let's get this shit started.
All right, man.
You know what I'm saying? Our President Biden is speaking, so I want to hear what he's got to say before
who
get these yahoos.
Who's President Biden? Don't throw that.
Don't worry about it. You'll stutter. You'll catch it all.
Don't throw that on me.
Let's go.
Anyway, but we have the friends and family plan actually being official now. I'm looking at this as a really good deal. I don't know yet if they still have the 2 key system when it comes to Game Pass, where you have your one key on your home system and the other key is kind of like attached to your gamer tag, which is a way that people were sharing Game Pass before they came up with the friends and family. But I gotta say, man, $25, only $10 more a month than what's going on with Ultimate Game Pass. I like this. I really like this, and I'm thinking about picking it up. I'm thinking about switching over to the family Game Pass. Now, K Mega, did you see that they made this official today? Mega?
Yes. Damn it, I told you what I was doing.
All right,
anyway,
so
now go ahead.
Well, I didn't know you were still doing it. I thought you came back when you were all straight.
No.
But
I'm straight. Go ahead.
But all right, so we got the friends and family plan. And up to 4 people basically sharing Game Pass. I think this is a great deal, and I think they're doing this at the perfect time. I kind of think they sped this up with kind of like the news of PlayStation and the console going up $50 in a bunch of territories. This is really kind of good. Opposite spectrum news. You know what I'm saying? Saving people money, getting people in gaming. What do you think about the family and friends plan? And did you expect it to be Game Pass Ultimate? Because I didn't expect it to be Ultimate. I was a little concerned it might just be that regular Game Pass. But what are your thoughts, man?
No, it's a wonderful package. And when we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, matter of fact, it was one of those things where we were like, okay, it's all about the cost. And we was definitely talking about it on GRG, and we was like, if the cost is right, then I see every point why people would jump on it, because the potential of, let's just say, for instance, okay, like Don, every blue moon, he'll come in and join Fight Night, right? He likes only a particular type of particular fighters. Sir X-Man comes in every once in a while. There's particular fighters that he'll play, or that if we have a fighter that he doesn't have, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, well, he can't play it with us, so therefore, he's checked out. So let's just say, for instance, like me and Yobi, since Yobi comes to Fight Night quite a bit, we sit here and we work out a plan and say, look, man, for this situation, or let's just say that Don, Sir X-Man, and Yobi, we all kind of add each other to a plan, and you still have 3 other people that you can add to your plan. And then, like, for instance, if let's say that Don and Sir X-Man wanted to join us on a fighting game that they didn't want to buy, or they just didn't, they couldn't afford it at that particular time, whatever. Then with that situation, they could play it, with us and be a participant on us.
It's only Game Pass
having a good
games,
time.
bro.
Well, I know that, but there's fighters in there as well and there's going to be more fighters that's going to be added on to Game Pass. That's what I'm saying. You see, you get my point?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things to me where I think that it's more than it's really positive to see that Xbox is trying to show the gamers out there, the community, is that, look, we are a huge conglomerate. Yes, it is about money. We want engagement. We want to get ours. But in a time where they read the temperature in the room, we see that a lot of people are struggling right now. And we don't want to gouge people and make people feel like, oh, well, we're just like every other big conglomerate, which they are, but it's still the situation that, but you look at this as good faith, because every time that people play or really get invested into Game Pass, and especially as many games that they'll play through the system, some people feel like they're getting away with murder in some cases. Like, wow, like, I'm playing this, I'm playing that, I'm playing this, I'm playing that.
Oh,
And
dude, I feel like it right now. Like, I just started Immortals Phoenix Rising, and then we saw on Twitter, Grid Legends went into EA Play today, so that means it's also there
already
for Game
downloaded it,
Pass.
ready to go.
And I remember, I don't know if it was Sir X-Man or if it was whoever at that time when Grid came out that they wanted me to get it, but it wasn't in the cards for me to get it. So that's the thing too. Like, it just brings in the community more together for playing games that people might be skeptical of, or that they just can't afford to get at that particular time. Like, there's nothing wrong with value, nothing wrong with it. And this is even just adding more value to something that I feel that has already been very valuable to a lot of gamers, because we've been exposed to a lot of games that normally we probably wouldn't have paid that 19 to 24, or let's just say 15 to $60 for, so it is. So yeah, it's huge. It is very huge. But I agree with you what you just said earlier, when we started off by saying that they're trying to show that, hey, look, we're not Sony. Even though we're, people might look at us as being, second, third, whatever the case may be, still we're not doing what Sony is doing. And this is our pretty much love letter to the community out there, saying, look, we want y'all to game, and we want y'all to game together. So I think it's wonderful. Yeah, like $25 isn't shit for all the games, that's especially for everything that we know that's going to be coming, and for everything that's been out since I would say when it really started kicking off, in 2019. I know that Game Pass has been around since 2016, 2017, but it really didn't really get started by throwing out his first really good game, I would think, until like maybe 2019, 2020.
I got you, bro. Now, when it comes to the price, like, I feel it's a good price. I just got to ask you real quick: are you surprised by, like, how low it is? Because it is Game Pass Ultimate, and just for one person, it's 15. You add 4 more people, and they only add $10 more per month. Are you surprised by that?
No, I mean,
I'm fucking surprised.
No, I'm not. I mean, and this is the thing. Like, this is one of those entry points, right? Like, it eventually, the more that these big titles start coming, that they'll probably raise the price. But at that point in time, I don't think people would really trip about it, because they've already been invested into Ultimate at this point. It's just kind of like with Gold, right? Like, they've raised the price to Gold, I believe, over time, slightly. So, and people didn't really complain about it. It's only when they try to force it at you and try to force it or try to do something.
It's still
sneaky
$60. It's still $60.
No, it was cheaper than that before.
It was
Was
$50
it?
on the OG Xbox, then they converted
Yeah,
it over
well,
when it
that's
got to the
I think
360.
it's always been
that's what I
60.
just said. No, that's what I said. No, it's cheaper at one point, and then they raised it up for another, I don't know, like $5-10 or something like that. I can't remember, but I know
And
it increased. But nobody didn't complain about it. So I mean, because they were invested in, and they seen the value in what they got, and I feel like they're doing this is kind of the entry price, and then eventually here, maybe by the end of the generation, something like that, they'll decide to raise the price, or maybe within when we get to that point where all games are just only on the new consoles, then they probably might raise it up for another $5-6 or something like that. But I don't think anybody would complain because there's so many ways around to get get the service for cheaper. Like you could go to CD Keys, or people can invest and put money in together, and then they'll save money that way. That if they have friends or family that other than their kids or something like that, but if they have friends, like I was saying, like anybody like us on the panel or Yobi or something like that, people that you could trust, that you could go in and like, oh shit, I'll pay it this month, or I'll pay it for the year this month, or I'll pay it for the year this time, or I'll pay it for this month, or however it goes, or like y'all just pay it and split it, however it goes. It's one of those things where I don't see anybody complaining about it whatsoever, even if they do jack up the price later on down the line. It just screams like, thank you. This is what gamers are asking. They want to engage in these games more and more, but if they keep charging $70 or higher, then people are going to be more reluctant to buy these games. So if these games start coming in Game Pass, then they'll have a lot more engagement for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say, K Mega, I'm glad you brought up the whole $70 pricing model, because I know a lot of people out there, a lot of like Xbox centric people, they're throwing it out there about Sony and their $70 games and all that good stuff. I do feel that at some point in time, probably when it's just this generation, no more like cross-gen games or whatnot, I do feel that $70 games will be coming to Xbox as well. And one of the reasons why I felt this, and I felt this ever since like Sony stated, yeah, no, our games are going to be $70, is because I feel that at least Xbox has an option for people to kind of like get around that $70 when it comes to their
No,
first party titles
I
with
disagree,
Game Pass. They never absolutely committed to staying at 60 or anything like that. So
but Phil did say that he didn't like it. So I mean he's it could definitely be like Sadia's decision if they wanted to be if they want to push the games. But I think since Phil is in charge of Xbox, he's going to have, I think, the say so of that, and I think that he'll hold off as long as he can, even though that the industry itself is trying to force Xbox in Nintendo's hand. Now we'll see, and we'll see if Nintendo will go so now knowing Nintendo's track record, they'll do it. But who's to say that because their console ain't going to be nowhere near as powerful as the Series X or the PlayStation 5. I don't think that they still might charge their games at $60. I mean, they're still recouping money. So I don't know. We'll see. But I just think that there's so many avenues that people can go without paying the $70. It's just like for me for Madden. I didn't pay $70 for Madden. Hell, you don't. If you're a part of Game Pass Ultimate, Madden is $62. And if you got reward points, like I threw reward points on Madden, I got Madden for like $47. So nice. Again, it's So it's
I hear that it's kind of worth $47 as well.
Man is damn good, man. I'm hardcore capping for this man. This man is nice.
Wow, dude.
Hardcore, man.
You gotta, you know what? Watch Angry Joe's. Watch Angry Joe's.
Angry Joe says the same. Angry Joe says the same
hilarious.
shit, and he makes no damn sense. I didn't even listen to the video, but I seen it. And I'm like, you on that bullshit? So I blocked it.
We found out what does this stand for.
Did you just say you blocked Angry Joe?
I did, bro. Like he
Why
does.
would you
He
block
does. He
him?
said
Yeah.
he every
You guys
year
talk to each
he
other?
he says the same
Hey,
shit.
Mega, did
like,
you message him first though, just to let him know I'm blocking you?
no, I was like, bro, you ain't. What are you
And
talking
then take a
about?
picture
Like,
of
I
blocking
just seen
him
how much.
and put it up on
Oh,
Twitter as a trophy.
and post it. Yes,
Yeah.
trophy, bro. I'm not.
You know what
I don't think you're doing
I
blocking
realized?
correct.
I just
People,
like, I can't do
people
that.
who don't like Madden are people who never play football.
Wow,
Keep saying
I
that Madden is
actually
the same.
played football in
It's-
high school.
Nah,
Defensive
So did I.
hey, delivering water is not playing football. All right,
No,
To the
defensive
third string.
tackle, buddy.
third string,
All right.
defensive tackle. You're just
Defensive
not
That's
playing
not a.
football.
Oh, wait,
that's not a
tackle.
tackle.
Hey, you're
wait,
playing
wait. You were that big?
Water.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Oh, I was 16.
Water.
I was
You play-
16. I was like 213, bro.
Yeah, you're playing practice.
Oh,
at that age.
213. I was like 285, bro. Like,
He was probably.
Hey,
but,
you gotta,
but no.
hey, you're playing to connect the cut. You need to come down here in Texas.
Oh,
That size
You
of
ain't
these big
coming
boys
up with
manhandling
that.
you.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with you blue
Yeah.
chippers. I wasn't trying to be a
Yeah, y'all ain't coming
professional
out here.
football player.
actually,
coming to the
I'll beat you in
South with-
basketball, though.
No, you couldn't.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely.
Yeah, we gotta get
No
together.
doubt about it.
All of us got to get
No.
together and play a game. of
No
basketball.
doubt.
That'd be
No
great.
doubt.
No,
I have no doubt.
No,
I'm going my left, right. I cross over. I could do whatever.
Okay,
Dude,
let me
I will
ask Fred
I'll
this
jump hook
question
your
before we
ass,
jump
bro.
on. Okay. Let me ask Fred
Jump
this
hook.
question, and then we move on. Fred, what do you think that this is a better man than the previous mans that we played last?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. All right.
they've gotten better the last.
It would
couple years, I
it would
say.
be so
They've
much
gotten
better with a loud competition. That's all I got to say.
But we got to give him a golf clap. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Yo, shout out to Sir X-Man, who has been a member of this channel for 4 months. He says, hit that like and share, everyone. Let's get those views. And
Hey, you hear
support
that,
the
X-Man?
show.
You're a member of the channel. Not a podcast. Not a podcast.
Yeah. And hold on. Yo, shout out to Carlos Alvarado one more time. Hitting up that super chat. He says, I wonder, with the Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft addition to Game Pass, will the price increase to 30? I will let you know, Carlos, when I was like looking at the whole, friends and family plan, I was thinking it was going to be around 30. I was thinking, double the price of a single, a single person, but you'd be able to have up to 4 people on it. I was thinking it would be about $30 a month. So I'm surprised with the 25, and you never know, man. You never know.
Even if it was 30, it'd still be a good
That's
deal.
still a good deal.
Our people. Yeah, that's still a good deal.
Bro. Like, my daughter lives with her mom and everything. I can give her my old Xbox, and I can have the friends and family plan, and she will automatically have games to play at her mom's house. I mean, dude, that's awesome right there. Yo, Don, you're a gamer, from what I hear.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll boot up a game or two.
Yeah,
here and
every
there.
once
Yeah.
in a while. Dude, what
Yeah.
do you think about this friends and family plan? Price point, how many people, and it's official now, man. They're going through with it, so I'm excited. I think it's a great deal. What are your thoughts, man?
I have questions. How easy is to add someone to your plan? Do you have to give them your social security number, your where you live, all this other shit, or just something tied to a gamer tag? That simple.
You got to give up the first child, Don.
Well, I have to have a child first before that happens. So, yeah.
You got one of those dogs in there, so that's
we can sacrifice one of those.
You can give up your chinchilla.
No, I'm not giving up the chinchilla.
Oh man, he
What about
brought
that
it
Cambodian
back.
yak?
He brought it
Yeah.
back.
Would you get rid of the
It
Cambodian
never
yak?
left. But no, seriously though, is how easy it is to add someone to your family plan. How is that? Is it the same thing as like how people do game sharing? Are you doing that sort of thing to be able to add 4 people to your plan? Or is it a little more accessible and then restricts how many times you can change it, that sort of thing? I'm more curious about the like nuts and bolts of what allows the consumers and what they're able to do in regards to that. Now, anything that gets people kind of just trying a game, and this is something I think the industry is starting to figure out, right? Just getting people to try something sometimes is all they need to make more money. Now, it could be in the case of this being subsidized through, Game Pass, or it could be as much as, you know what, I may not always have this family and friends playing with my friend, and I really love this game. I'm gonna pick it up. It's on sale, and I get the discount because it's part of Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing is where I think where the real money is made on something like this, is just getting people in the door, getting people to try something. And there's also the thing when certain games leave Game Pass, right? Like, you're like, oh crap, I tried that and it's going to be out next month. Well, shoot, I'll just pick it up, whatever it may be. So I think there's going to be more profit to be made by this. I mean, there's always somebody that does the numbers, runs all the scenarios behind the scenes before they pitch an idea like this. At any major company, they don't just fly by the seat of their pants. So yeah, I'm kind of curious what the end outcome is going to be, and how easy it is to add people to your service if that's the service you're going to go with. So
That is a great question as well, man. Now you got me thinking about. I'm hoping it's more on the gamer tag side, and then you pick a gamer tag and bring them in, and it's
yeah.
just real easy like that. But yeah, I mean, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, and you would have to like limit how many times you can swap somebody out, right? Like,
Oh, that's for sure.
yeah, because otherwise it would be abused, right? So it'd be like, okay, you bring someone in, it's for a year or something like that, and you can't add or remove people for a year, in regards to that. So, or once you get to 4, I should say, you shouldn't be able to obviously add anyone beyond that, and you can't remove anyone, at least for a year or something like that. Something reasonable, that everyone can agree to. So
nice. Yeah,
Mhm.
like you got me thinking about that now. And while I'm thinking about that, let's go to Crispy on this. Crispy, you know, when it came down to it, Xbox, wasn't necessarily at the forefront of a game service, because we know PlayStation Now was out before Game Pass, but they are really leading in terms of features and marketing and pushing their service out there. What do you think about this family and friends plan, and the price point as well? Because I gotta say, like I said, I was really surprised that it's as low as only $10 more than Game Pass Ultimate for one person. I'm like, yo, that's a really good deal, man. What are your thoughts?
Who, me?
Yes, Crispy.
um, yeah, no. I mean, they done something that is interesting. The only problem I have is the article. It's based off of, so everybody's going off the 21.99 for the euro,
Yeah.
because Ireland, it's actually separate. A lot of people don't know that. So basically, the euro right now is equal to the dollar. So are we going to be paying $22 or $25? Because if we're paying $25, we're paying the premium. Got no problem with it. No problem with the $25. I think it makes sense, but it doesn't equate. It doesn't add up.
Well, to add to what you're saying, to inflation, and because all these different countries are getting it, and it's different amounts in different countries, so it makes it even more kind of a mess of what you're talking about and comparing numbers.
No, and that's where I go and say, like, everybody was saying $25 after, and I was like, are we going to pay less? Could we pay more technically? Because you are right, Don. Like, that's a part of it. Inflation is a part of it when it comes to actual pricing for a service. This is not the same, by the way, as PlayStation doing what they did and blaming inflation, but adding a game tax in the US and not talking about it, because from all I've heard is you only get Horizon Forbidden West, and then you can buy a PS5. Which Xbox, for the most part, does what? They allow you to pick a game, and they still do this. And this is something that got me with the Xbox One. I got Arkham Knight, and I was like, man, this game's freaking awesome, and I loved it. And this is right before Gears came out. So, I mean, they've been doing this forever. Like, I'll tell you, like, I'm surprised Xbox has stuck to their guns, bringing out multiplayer games, bringing out stuff like that. And then on top of this, you're giving people an option that, you know, could potentially be $5 if you used, you know, every single account you could. I mean, a lot of people are going to do that. And it's kind of like the T-Mobile route. Like, think about what T-Mobile's done over the years. You know what I mean? So there are examples that, you know, they drop this right here, and it's like, well, the UK is the one that's going against this, but you do have somebody that's technically a part of your island that's part of the EU, and we're going to give that to them, and we're going to give the price out. And I mean, 22 euros there is like amazing. So, I mean, even if it's 25 here, it's going to be amazing. So, I mean, like, I already got people talking to me like, oh, I'm going to share with this person and this person. The only question I have, and this is a legitimate question, is your games shareable? Like the games you actually purchase? That is my question.
Only Game Pass. It's only Game Pass.
So there you go. So that's a problem that some people are going to have.
Well, I don't understand when Game Pass is in the title of the service. Like,
you can still share. I'm sure even if you got Game Pass, because I mean,
game share is still a thing. It's just it's just not tied together, is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
See, no. See, that's the thing. I'm not sure if they have the 2 key systems still, which I use in my house.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They didn't say anything about that. No, not
so,
with the friends and family plan. If they changed it, or not.
everybody like raise price, right? Okay, so you go to like 35, and you say you can game share with any of the people that are in your family plan. That's how you raise the price, because people are gonna be like, yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because I do buy games once in a while. I think everybody on this panel buys a game once in a while. If it's, you know,
I'm about to put $150 on NBA 2K. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So like, but we you know, we get to enjoy games in the meantime until that certain game comes out for you. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like, yeah, like some people will be like, Halo, it's already free to play. I don't need to buy it. But at the same time, you always have that one game like your NBA 2K that you're like, I need this. And it's not in Game Pass. And we know it's not going to be in Game Pass for at least like 9 months, 10 months. You know what I mean? So you want to play it now because the NBA season's going to start soon. And it's like, you have that there. And instead of spending the money on the exclusives, you're just like, oh, I'll spend the money on the third party. And that's where I go and say, like, Xbox is looking at what everything has transpired and is like, well, we're just going to show you the value that we bring. And it's right around the UK, which is funny. You know what I'm saying? And then it's in Colombia, which is in South America. Like, come on. You know what I mean? So it's
Xbox
all over the world.
South America, though.
Oh yeah, no, of course. And it's equal value to the Ireland deal, but at the same time, if everybody's saying $25, technically, as of right now, I just looked it up like 10 minutes ago, the euro is equal to $1. So that's where I go and say, are we going to pay a premium? Which, like I said, I have no problem with it, but got to keep that same energy and be like, well, why are you doing this with this certain area? Well, oh, wait, you just had the UK be like, nah, we ain't doing this. Even though it's like, it's kind of messy.
I think
but
it's a situation where it leaked in regards to that, because I think it's planned everywhere. But they just
I think leaks are like, most leaks are planned, in my opinion, as well.
That it sometimes is the case, but I don't think this one was.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, you have to like look at it and be like, well, there's probably a bunch of veils in the way that we can't see unless we're like in the know, as they like to call it. Well, and other than that,
if they're making it official, I know you're talking about the currency that they use. You said, I think you said Ireland or whatnot, but if they are making it official, then it's pretty much going to everywhere that the Xbox Series consoles are sold. You know what I'm saying? Every country, stuff like that. So they might have just announced it there first, but it's going everywhere. But when it comes to the price point, man, it's interesting that you bring up the euro and the dollar are pretty much the same right now. But we're talking about what, $3 difference. I mean, that's not really a huge difference if we are.
That's not
paying
$50, bot.
It's not $50. It is not.
It's not $10
in
either.
So many regions, it is not, bro. I will agree with you on that, man. Let's get Predator in on this now. Now, Pred, what do you think about this? Now, before we get to Pred, just Crispy, a real quick answer here. Family and friends, are you looking into possibly doing it? With you and kind of like your extended family? Crispy.
He probably thought you were done.
Okay, yeah, he probably went. He went out.
He's like, I'm gonna take a shit
All right,
now.
well let's go to Pred. Pred, dude, what do you think about this? Making it official. What do you think about the price point? And all that good stuff, man.
Price point is cool if that's what it's gonna be. I know we kind of threw the numbers out there, like 21, $25 a month, whatever the difference is gonna be. But like, to me, it's like, we talk about how many games. We talked about this like a couple of weeks ago, right? Well, several weeks ago, so we haven't had a show in a while. When this was the thing, when we started hearing about this, like, and I said to you guys, how many games does a person buy a year? And we're like 2 to 3. This kind of fills that void, right? If it's $25 a month, the difference between what you would pay in Game Pass Ultimate and what you would pay for this is about $120 if it's $25 a month. If it's not, it's about 70 to $80 a month. But still, that fills that void for that one game, 1 or 2 games that most people buy a year, right?
Mm.
So that makes sense to me. Because people are thinking like, oh, they're gonna lose money on this, whatever. They'll get it back, and not everybody. Because even if I did it today, it'd be me, my 2 kids. I'm not going to use up all those keys right now. And I know we got some questions too about like, can you do this with it? Can you do that with it? And that will come, I guess, in time. They'll answer those questions at some point in time too. But for me, I think the price point is good, and I think it's not really targeted at us console gamers as much. I think it's more targeted towards the PC gamers. If you think about it, it's Game Pass Ultimate. So a lot of PC gamers still have not made that transition over to Game Pass. You got things like the Steam Deck out there where people can play games on the go. You got a lot of PC gamers out there who are just doing this by themselves. PC gamers are fucking fickle. Like, they're not trying to spend money on shit. If they can get into something like this with their friends who may just be like, I'm not going to do this because I don't like Microsoft. And they got, you got Billy over here saying like, bro, I can just add you to my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can add you and Dwayne and Chris on this shit. We're good. You know what I'm saying? And so like those PC gamers will be like, fuck it, let me jump on. And those games that they were not going to buy in the fucking first place, or they were spending $70 on Steam or $60 on Steam for, they're going to get in Game Pass Ultimate now, especially with the library of games coming out from Microsoft going forward. So does it make sense, especially in the PC market? Does it make sense for you, no matter how fucking stubborn you are as a PC gamer, and you think you need to buy everything on fucking Steam, as stubborn as you are, if you got your boy saying, bro, I got this fucking key, why would you spend $70 or $60 on this game if I can just give it to you for free? Yeah, suck it up and get it from Microsoft, but you don't have to pay $60 for it. You can get it through Game Pass Ultimate. Just use my shit. Like, those guys will eventually come over. And I think they're trying to. I don't think it's really this process. I mean, it's good for everybody and all. I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing. It's good for everybody, who's in the Microsoft ecosystem. But like for those PC gamers that are just stubborn, this is for them, I think.
I mean,
because
I
they
can
didn't.
see it being for them, but I think the main focus is just people gaming on Xbox, not necessarily just PC.
Yeah, it's expansion. It's expansion.
Yeah.
Because they talk about getting into, like, they have this, what, I forgot how many millions of people they're trying to get, or billions of people, whatever it is, they're trying to
They
get
just
into.
added another billion recently.
They added more people into the Xbox ecosystem by doing this, because now let's say there's, just throwing a solid number out there. Let's say there's, 100,000 people playing Xbox Game Pass PC that are PC gamers. You've added another third of people to that.
I think they talked about it was 2 billion gamers that are, potential gamers, right?
Yeah.
That are out there. And now they just extend that number to 3.
Yeah,
because
increased
that's
it.
what their projection is right now. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and so like that's all they're doing. They're just adding more people to the ecosystem. Because like again, even if like, okay, Xbox, how many people are you going to add to this? Let's say you get Xbox Ultimate for your family, right? Now, Ultimate, the difference between I think Game Pass and just Game Pass Ultimate is the PC aspect of it, right?
Well,
correct me if I'm wrong, because I have Ultimate. I
not
don't
only
really care
that, but
about
I
the
do
other.
know there were points in time like when Gears came out. If you had Game Pass Ultimate, you got the
You get like you
Ultimate
get
edition.
early.
You get the
you
Ultimate
get different.
edition.
Yeah, you might get it on a Friday instead of a fucking Monday or something like that. But
Yeah.
for the most part, but like if you're a PC gamer, right, and you play on both, Ultimate gets you both. It gets you the Xbox version and it gets you the PC version, right, on those games, right? So for me as a PC gamer now, like I get both. I can play on both. I don't got to pay for both, right? So like if I wasn't a PC gamer, I only play strictly on consoles, Ultimate may not be for me. But now, as an Xbox only gamer, and I have 3 or 4 family members that want to jump on, now it is a thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I can add them now. I can add everybody else to it. And so that extra $10 a month, that equates to $120 a year.
Especially if they're PC only, Fred. But they don't want to get an Xbox.
No.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass Ultimate now, with this program, it adds family members.
Yes.
I know.
It didn't add that before. You see what I'm saying? It didn't have the family members aspect of it before. So now you're like, you might be like, fuck it. I only have Game Pass. Now I can get a Game Pass Ultimate and add everybody else if you're just a fucking Xbox gamer only on a console. Now you can add Susie, Dwayne, Chris, Chauncey, fucking, you can add all those motherfuckers now, and that gives Microsoft an extra $120 a year, which is basically what we talked about a couple of months ago when we talked about this topic. How many games do most people buy a year?
2 to 3.
What did we say?
2.
2 or 3,
at
right?
the most. Yeah.
How much is a game per year?
It's,
$60. One game, right?
60 to 70 bucks.
$60. That's your 2 games a year they're getting out of you.
So it's a guaranteed sell, basically.
It's a guaranteed sell.
Yo,
Yeah.
Pred,
So like,
Six Layer brings up a great point. When it comes to Xbox gamers, and I didn't even think about this until now, but with them using Ultimate, for gamers on console, that's your Xbox Live Gold rolled into that price as well.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, that's the other plus to it too. I forgot. Again, I don't think about the other tiers underneath what I'm paying for because I play on PC too. So I don't know. In my mind, it's like I don't really know what you get the difference of someone who just has Game Pass versus Game Pass Ultimate, just who only are on consoles. Like I don't really know the difference because I play on both. So that's why I was asking the question. Like if I'm wrong, tell me. So like, and that's another plus. Like I think.
That's an incredible deal all the way around.
It is. I think again, it's not really for the PC gamers. For the console only gamers for the most part. I think this adds a lot of value to the PC gamers that most people aren't thinking about. Keep in mind what we got coming out this year is Xbox gamers in general. Even if you're on PC, you're getting a lot of PC games coming out here pretty soon, right? If you think about it, there's a lot of PC-centric games that are coming out here in the next year as well. Diablo, right? Age of Empires is out now. Like stuff like that. So like those gamers are going to get those games with their subscription now and they can share that with their other PC gamers versus in the past to have Game Pass Ultimate, you only got that for yourself. And, your Xbox if you had one, so I personally think this is more tailored. It works for everybody, but it just adds more value to the PC gamers than just the console gamers too, to me. So I think the price point is right. Obviously, I mean, like with everything. I think it was Don that asked this question before. Like, how's it going to work? Like, think about this. They're doing this already with other stuff. They're doing Microsoft is anyway. I mean, Windows. I can share that key with my whole family already. It's the same price. I just send them. I put their
Really?
email address in there, and it sends them an invite code, and they fucking get on there. Like, and it's easy. It's simple. There's no you have to fucking put a blood print, or anything like that. Or anything like that. It's like you just send them an email, and they add themselves. Like, and as the owner of it, you have the right to add and remove people as you see fit. It isn't like, oh, you can only add this person, you can only that person. Like, I have basically my entire family is using my Windows 365 right now. The max people I can use, I share it out because I don't use fucking you know PowerPoint and Excel. My nieces and nephews, they're in school right now, so I give it to them because they need it for homework and stuff like that. I've never had a problem interchanging people ever. Like, and it happens with, and I do the same thing with everything else in the world works this way, right? Netflix, um, Hulu, think of something. Like, I mean, like, I have no problem adding people and taking them away from the process. Spotify, like, I mean, it's easy. You just say, here's the invite code, and if I don't like you anymore, I'm like, delete this motherfucker. Let me add this bitch in instead. Like, it's like, like,
Yeah.
I've never had a problem doing it. So, like, I think it's gonna work the same way. Why would they change it? Because it's working for them now. Like I said, it adds more value to their ecosystem, and it adds more people to it. And it again, I still think, even though it's going to work out for us Xbox console gamers, it's going to add a lot more value to me, to the PC gamers that are going to jump on this. So
Nice, man. I think all in all, it's a great deal for gamers out there, whether you're on PC, whether you're on console. I definitely see what you're saying, Cred. And to flip it on the other side, I can see it, on the console side, especially what Six Layer said with the price of Xbox Live kind of rolled into that monthly price. But now you got, four other people in on your game service. I think it's an awesome deal, and I think it was pretty quick how they announced it officially, because it was maybe what 3 weeks ago or so that we were talking about it being beta tested in a couple countries, and now here we are, and it's official.
yep.
But speaking about official, and I know Pred is going to love this, we are getting into one of the heavy hitters right now, because 343 Industries decided that they were going to lay out their roadmap for Halo.
I didn't get my turn. You forgot about me.
Oh, I did. My bad, bro. My bad. I got.
Sorry, X-Men, there's a super chat to let him know for that.
I got a big panel here.
Not
man.
anymore. He forgot about me.
Hey, I forgot about every single person on this panel at least one time. All right, Sir X-Man.
Yeah, but you always forget about K Mega a lot.
Wow.
Can
you stop kissing K Mega's ass for a second?
Oh, I'm not Yobi. I'm not Yobi.
He said I'm not Yobi. And talk about the friends and family plan for Game Pass, man. What do you think about?
I just got one thing on that. I think it's going to sell more consoles because of the ability to have other people that not have to pay for Game Pass. So you can gift out consoles to people that that's always wanted it, and they never have to worry about Xbox Live and Game Pass anymore. That's what I think it'll do. Sell more consoles. You can give like the $220 S when it's on sale, and just give it to people for Christmas and holidays and stuff like that. People that's always really wanted to, play a game, but they couldn't afford it.
Yo, Sir X-Man.
And in this day and age, that's saving people a lot of money.
Imagine,
I think that's going to sell consoles.
Imagine when that Project Keystone comes to fruition. I don't know if you know.
Okay, what's Project Keystone?
Project Keystone is kind of like that Game Pass type box. It's kind of like a Fire Stick type situation where you're basically just streaming the games. But
I know people be able to play on their TVs, yeah.
Yeah, but
or monitors.
You got me and then like 4 other people, and even if a couple of those people they don't they don't have a system yet or something like that, and you
but it also
gift them like $100 whatever they're gonna call Project Keystone, and they're good to go.
Like, but it also works. it also works for some of your PC friends that thought about getting into it. You can gift them and put them in the program and stuff like that. They can be part of your 5, and they'll be able to play on the PC with the games with you that are cross
Crossplay.
games
Crossplay.
and cross play, and they might go out and say, okay, maybe I can get off this PC for a while. I'll go give me an S or give me an X and play it, play at home because I'm already got the live already, the Game Pass. So I'll be able to just sit on my couch for a while and just chill out instead of being right in front of the PC. They may opt for that later.
I mean, some people
It's the
do put their
beginning of selling
PC
money.
on their TV as well. But I see what you're saying, bro. I definitely see what you're saying on that.
So I think it's going to be bigger console sales, especially when you got that really, really reasonably priced console out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
the one that hasn't been raised in price. But anyway,
and it's lower in price too in a lot of places.
I got you, bro. I got you. But we got to get into this Halo stuff because
Yeah, go ahead, rush me. I'm fine.
343 came out with their roadmap, and a lot of people were looking forward towards like November because supposedly that's when season 3 was coming out. And I know with season 3, there was supposed to be a new weapon, kind of like the next evolution of the DMR. It was leaked that there's another utility or tool, kind of like the repulsor or the grapple shot. Like there's another tool, another utility that they were bringing into the game. But with this roadmap, it was interesting, and I hope you guys like watched it on YouTube because it was interesting. Of course, they had Joe State in there. And they had kind of like their new lead for live services, the guy who was controlling their live services and kind of putting things out and getting things kind of like organized to come out in a more consistent manner and stuff. He was there as well. Unfortunately, I forgot his name, guys. I feel bad. I forgot his name, but I did like where he was going with certain things, right? But we got to hit some of the bad news first. Like, bad news is season 3 is delayed until March of 2023. So the DMR, the new utility, the new maps, the new modes that were supposed to be dropping in season 3 will now be dropping in March of next year. But they do have an update for November. It's not a new season, but they're calling it the winter update. And with that, we are going to get the Forge beta. We're going to get a free 30 tier battle pass. We are going to get 2 maps made by 343 but made in the new Forge. I believe we're getting a new gameplay mode as well. But a lot of this winter update, when they were talking about setting up to get this game ready to be consistent with content. So in other words, they're not there yet, and they're not really gonna be there in November either. The reason why they're doing a 30 tier free battle pass is because in the November update they are going to have match XP. So you're basically earning XP by playing matches in Halo's multiplayer, but you're also gaining more XP in terms of what you're doing in the game. If you're going on kill streaks, you're winning and stuff like that, you'll get more XP. And they're using this battle pass to kind of collect data and to see what is kind of like the sweet spot with how much XP you're going to receive, per match, this and that. They're trying to collect the data to kind of, make everything consistent with that. I brought the Don in to talk about this, so I'm going to start with the Don first. Now, Don, I know you saw the information. I got to ask you real quick. Did you watch the YouTube video from 343 about what they're doing and where they're going with Halo Infinite?
I did.
Okay.
It was a little weird, to be honest with you. If it came off like Joe was tired of giving bad news, so they brought in this other guy to give the other bad news.
I did not think about it like that, but damn,
That's
that's
what it,
right. Holy shit!
that's what it came off as. I mean, if
Hey,
people
you
watch it,
take
and I'm
this
like,
one.
and I'm like, and that kind of irked me because I'm like, I don't know, as somebody that's worked in the industry and I've also worked in leadership roles, throughout my life here and there, starting my own studio, like when you're in leadership, there's like a kind of like an unwritten rule. Like when everything's going good, you give the credit to everyone on the team, right?
Mhm.
And when things are going bad,
You take it on yourself.
you fall on that sword, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's how a lot of people will respect you. And I just feel like he was almost more on the defensive, defending his job than anything else.
Dude,
And
I
and
did not even think about it like that. But
yeah,
since you
that's the
said
impression.
that,
uh, Yeah, I'm not impressed with him. I'm not. I mean, I know he's got a history of Halo, with back in the Bungie days, but I just look at his history and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right?
mm,
And then I try not to get in that headspace and judge everyone, just because I may have like a little bit of an issue or something like that. But I look at his track history, how he handles certain things with Crackdown, how he's handling this. He's good at getting something out the door. And then once it's out the door, I feel like he just fumbles over and over as leadership, right? Like harsh reality is this, and me and Meg have talked about this and we've argued about how long it should have been delayed or anything like that, but it definitely should at least been delayed until holidays of this year. That I think maybe is a little more obvious for everyone around now. And because here's the thing is if they delayed it, they wouldn't have had a mass exodus of people, you know, picking up their other job, right? They're going to wait until the project's done and over with, or they'll make other arrangements along those lines. And, when you have a planned release date, people plan whatever their next step is in their life, right? And that's normal in the industry. It's about 20% of 15 to 20 roughly is what leaves a project when a project is done, in regards to that. And I don't know if 343 is beyond that right now or not, but we're seeing a lot of that. And you got all these licensed contractor workers, the part of that's also licensed contract workers leaving as well, but they could have upped
from what
those
I hear, they
ahead
had
of
a
time.
lot of contract workers on Halo
Yeah, but
Infinite.
I mean that's pretty common in the industry, though. I mean that's not unusual or anything like that. So, but if you knew ahead of time, that far in advance, you could have kept them on for longer at least, right? And so you wouldn't be in the situation post launch all of a sudden when everyone has moved on to their next thing, and now they're kind of just trying to fill in the seats, trying to ramp it up again, like like almost like they're trying to get ready for their next Halo project. And but the reality is they're trying to fix the one they released. So it's just you can't, you just got to chop it up as bad management as at the end of the day. And hopefully there's lessons learned from this. As much as I'm not impressed with Jason, I mean Joe, I wish him the best of luck, because one of my favorite franchises depends on it, right? So like I wish him success.
I'm
But
still not sure if he was the right move for this game. Like going to him and having him kind of lead everything out. I still don't know if he was the right
only
move,
time will
man.
tell, right? That's the
Yeah.
problem, right? Like you have to give him a fair chance, right? Like you
Well, that's what I'm
inherited
doing.
some, yeah, you inherit something that it wasn't going right beforehand. But yeah, I mean, and so I'm at the point like, to be honest with you, you can delay that stuff another year. I don't care anymore. Like at it is what it is. They've already screwed it up. So, do what you can to make it right in the long term. But until you get it right, I'm, uh, I'm not going to defend. I mean, it's not even 343. I'm not going to defend the leadership at 343. I
Dude,
guess is what it comes down to, because the talent at 343 is the top tier talent.
Yeah,
right? Like,
but
in regards to that, but it's just poor leadership. So, and that's
yeah,
where I'm concerned.
it's the shepherd leading the flock right now. Like that, like I definitely question with that. And it was funny because I was on Supersonic Station's show before this one, and I told him, I was like, dude, I've been on the fence, but like I'm looking at everything they're offering and what they're talking about moving into the future, and I'm like, man, I really feel like somebody kind of like higher up has got to take some responsibility and quite possibly not be working at 343 anymore. There's got to be some type of shakeup to say, hey, that what is going on here is absolutely not acceptable. But Don, because you were talking about Joe, what do you think about the other guy? Because I gotta say I kind of like him. The head of like live services. I do like how he presented himself. I do like kind of like what he
Yeah,
was talking about.
he managed himself well, but he hasn't been in that seat for a while, so you can't really judge him one way
Yeah,
or the other, right? Like that's not
if
fair to
he's
him.
true to his word, though, like it seems like he is a good fit.
Well, it's weird because he would, like you can tell, like obviously they're acknowledging certain things they're working on, but without really coming out and saying the real problem,
Dude,
right?
that
Like,
irked me.
yeah,
That
they
they
kind of
wouldn't say, "Hey, we fucked up here,
they
and we're
danced
fixing."
around it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they tiptoe around it. Like, if you look at even the free content they're giving you, right? Like, oh, here's all this free content. Guess what? It was in the game all the
thank
way
you,
back in January. This is, I mean, you play bot matches, you see those armor pieces. They already existed in the game.
dude.
This is not
They
like
were a part of that 25 tiers that they took away from the very first season pass, and now they're just throwing
exactly.
it in there, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, I get it. I get the gesture of the saying, "Hey, we screwed up. Here's some free stuff." And but the same token, like, the thing is, people will be willing to give 343 money if they just had it together. That's harsh reality. That's a problem. People want to spend money with them. Like people want to engage in the game,
Hmm.
but they're just not delivering on those fronts. So,
Mhm.
I mean, even like the whole desync thing, right? Like they talked about it but didn't say it, didn't call it by its correct. They kind of danced around like there's this problem. Some people are having it.
The
No,
stability
everyone has it.
improvements
No,
and
yeah,
yeah,
no, everyone has it. Just some people don't notice it. That's the harsh reality. And I would say 2 out of my 3 games on average have desync issues. That's a lot. That's a high percentage. And then they're talking about how they work on stabilizing the PC version. There's a reason why people are not playing the PC version. It crashes a
yeah.
lot. I literally have to go into. I was talking to K Meg about this. I have to go into my BIOS on my motherboard, underclock my RAM so I don't have the memory leak issue that they have, right? In order to run just that game.
That's
It's
crazy.
not worth it. Not
That's
worth it.
crazy.
Get it figured out. You know, and it's not like I have a hard system to run the game. Like, I have this particular rig is a 3080 Ti. It's an i9 over 128 gigabytes of RAM. It's doesn't have any bottlenecks. It's not like the hardware is the issue. I've done all the tests just to make sure it was, no issue with my RAM or something along those lines because I kept getting the memory error. And in reality is just bad coding is what it comes right down to.
Hmm.
So, I'm glad they're addressing it. They're kind of taking the whole Master Chief Collection approach to it. Yeah, we screwed up, but we're not giving up on it, sort of thing. In which,
I don't think they
you know,
can give up on it though. To be really honest with you, after
yeah,
everything, like
yeah, but I can still compliment them where compliments are due, right? At
Mhm.
least other companies would have abandoned it by now, right? With every issue that they have, at least they're at least sticking with it to address the issues. I just hope it doesn't take that whole 10-year plan to get the game right. I mean, that's
yo, for real.
yeah. I mean, they said the end of 2023 they plan on getting all this stuff done. So the game will be content complete for a Halo game at the end of 2023. That's 2 years after it launched. I mean,
That's insane.
that's not it's not good.
No, it's
You
not
know,
good at all, bro. That it really really isn't. And like again, I feel like there needs to be some type of shakeup at 343 just so they know like yo this is not gonna fly.
Well, it's not fair to the staff that's there.
Yeah.
Not fair at all. Like, you know, so now they're being judged by every gamer out there, you know, thinking that they can't make a good game. No, they can make a great game. Obviously, they've done it in the past. I mean, obviously, it's not the same people. Every iteration, people move on and stuff like that. But, you know, good chunk of it is, you know, legacy employees. It's not fair to them. It really isn't. So,
I got you, bro. I got you. Let's see. Let's get this over with. I know it's going to be painful, but let's go to Predator. Let's get this over with for him. Now, Fred, I will let you know. Like I said, season 3 delayed until March, right? We're getting a winter update. 30 tier battle pass for free. They're not charging anybody for it, but I think you heard, you know, with me and the Dons kind of like back and forth. Everything that you're earning from this 30 tier battle pass is shit that they took out of the original battle pass because it's all Halo Reach stuff. So it's stuff that they had. I know people were speculating on whether or not they were going to actually sell this stuff in the store. I think that's what they were planning on doing when they took it out of the original battle pass, because the original battle pass was supposed to be 125 tiers, but they have that. They're coming with 2 maps, but they're not like official 343 maps. 343 made these maps in Forge. You're getting Forge beta. You're getting a new mode. Dude, what do you think about what's going on here? What do you think about their offering, you know, coming in November? What do you think about their direction now? Do you think that they finally have a direction and we might be seeing some progress here, or do you think they're still on some PR stuff and trying to figure it out?
Oh, let me see. Where do I want to go with this comment? I would lean more towards the PR part of it. Like, this game's been out for how long now?
A year. Well, it's going to be a year.
It's about to be a year, and like, when are we gonna like stop, you know, bullshitting and saying, and eventually say this game is, you know, for all intent and purposes, not financially a failure. It's a failure from a launch standpoint. Like, when are we gonna make that decision? 'Cause, I mean, I know y'all want to hear that, but I mean, like,
I'll
the
definitely
game
say
has been.
it's a managerial failure so far. For sure.
I mean, like, no, I mean, like, the people who love the game love it. I mean, like, you know, for what it's worth, for what it is, but like, they're not giving you the game that was supposed to be in the first place. And like, a game as big as Halo should have come at launch with all this shit. And like, they're consistently pushing, like, they're consistently changing things, they're consistently adjusting the roadmap, and I'm like, it's like it wasn't playing out very well, you know.
Pred, even this roadmap that they came out with today, in the top right hand corner, it said subject to change, bro.
Subject to change, yeah. Like, it's like nothing's concrete. Like, and you know, for your franchise flagship title, you can't have hiccups like this. Because I mean, not bringing Sony into the mix, but I'm going to. They wouldn't do this. Like, they delay it shit. Like, something is, and I know that the Xbox and the guys over in that camp felt like this game had to get out, and they're right. It did need to get out when it did, but it also needed to be completed. Like, you know, like I mean, we had fun. I mean, you know, playing the beta they gave us early, the multiplayer beta they gave us early. But if they need to delay something, like, it just seems like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like this game was planned. The launch of it and what they're gonna do, like the direction. I guess I'll say it that way. The direction of where the game was gonna
Dude,
go
they thought
after
this
launch,
game
even
was
after
ready
all.
a year before it actually came out.
Was it though? Because it's been a year after it came out, and it still ain't
For
fucking
real.
ready.
No, it wasn't ready.
It was
Yeah,
ready.
like, I mean, like, it doesn't seem like anything is right with this game, and it's like for me, I played the campaign, I played a little bit of multiplayer, I put it down, and there's no reason for me to pick it up again. Like, even like, I mean, you look at where it was at when it came out, like the progression system was fucked up. right? I'm not even talking about the interior game bugs, like that happens with every game.
You
Like
couldn't
just like
you didn't have the option just to pick Slayer on
yeah,
release.
yeah, like that shit like that. Like, like we didn't have, like we didn't have co-op. We didn't have online multiplayer. We didn't have like I couldn't go back and replay missions. Like
That's coming in November
if
too, though. That's coming in
like,
November.
yeah, but you know what? That should have been in launch. That's a launch thing. That's
Yeah,
something
for
you do. That's something you put in every fucking game. The ability to go back and play it again where you're at or finish shit, that you didn't finish. We're not gonna start the fucking game all over again. Like let me select fucking maps. Let me say, hey, you know what? I love this mission. Let me do it again. Oh no,
hmm
you can't do that. You got to play it all over again.
Yeah,
Those
start back
skulls
from
you
the
missed,
beginning.
those skulls you missed at the beginning of the game, you didn't know they were there. You got to start all the fuck over again and do it again to get them. Oh, and those skulls you missed at the end of the game, you got to go back and play the game again and play those levels again to get those skulls too. So like shit like that. Like nobody wants to do that shit. Like over and over and over and over again. Like if you're trying to like a completionist, like I am sometimes with some games, like I want to beat the game all the way through, get my 100%, and move the fuck on. And I couldn't do that with this game because I had so much other shit, especially with the campaign. I mean, like the multiplayer stuff is different, but like the campaign shit, I couldn't finish it because I had to start all over again and play through the whole fucking campaign the second time to get all the skulls I missed, to get all the achievements I couldn't get on the campaign. Like, I love the campaign. I thought the campaign was really good. The multiplayer is really good. But until they get their shit fixed with the multiplayer, it's making it very hard for me to ever go back to it because I know they're going to change it again. And I have this problem with a lot of these online multiplayer games too that do progression. You build up to this character that you fucking love, right? You got this character you built up, and not this is me getting on a tangent here, but like I'll use Outriders as an example. I built this character up. He's fucking great. I can't get fucking killed with a T. I can't get killed.
Can't get
Like
killed.
I'm like killed. Let me be country. So like I built this
That's
character.
Irish though.
I know I don't have one on, but I know what you're saying. I build my character up, and Division did this too. Like, there's a lot of games that do this. Destiny probably does it too, right? You build your character up, you get this perfect build, you think it's fucking awesome. You're wrecking shop everywhere you go. You're fucking like you can't die. You got this great weapon, and then they fucking do some shit and they change up everything in it, and your character is shit. And now you got to go back and build up this motherfucker again. And like that's what I felt like Halo was like. It's like when you have games like Halo where they're constantly changing things to nerf it or tweak it a little bit to make it, to cater to the fan base. I have a great character. I have a great build. I got the body armor we want to. The fucking mechanics of my guns are good. I know how to use this fucking weapon like fucking god mode every time I play. And they say, you know what? You're too good with this. This isn't the way we thought we should have made this. We're gonna nerf this. And we're gonna make this fucking this pistol. We're gonna make this pistol. We're gonna change it because like you're too good with it, and people are using it to a
Oh, dude, I
disadvantage.
deal with that all the time in Destiny.
Yeah,
They're
and that's
constantly changing
yeah,
weapons.
I know that they always do that shit. I'm like, dude, you made this game this way, so this weapon will be superior, and I earned it in the game. I earned it,
And then
so I
they
can
took
kill.
it away from you.
So I can
They
kill
nerfed
bitches
it.
on this motherfucker, and you nerfed it with the fact that I can't do shit with it now. It's the fucking pea shooter. So now I gotta rebuild my character all over again to be dominant on the fucking battlefield when I did everything I possibly could to get this gun the way I wanted it and get my character built the way I want it. And you're telling me, oh, you're too strong? Fuck you. Like, I mean, and so like with Halo, it's like it's the same thing. Like, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna put this in the game, we're gonna do this in the game, and then you start playing it, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to change this guy up again. Let me figure out what they changed and fix that and get used to this shit. And then they're like, you know what? We made a mistake. You can't do this. You can't spawn here anymore. You can't do it this way. Like, if that's what playtesting is for. That's what betas are for. That shit should have all been figured out before you put the fucking game out. Now I get they're gonna make tweaks. I get that. I understand that's gonna happen. People are gonna exploit things and make things like easier for them to kill people and make themselves play in a god mode. But if everything's all equal, on a playing field, why are you changing it? But this game, like, it's I don't know. This game just didn't seem like it was ready to come out. I think Don said it. They should have gave it another fucking year to cook, and I still think it would not have been completed. So like, I mean, they brought it out. They got their money off of it, and at least I will say that at least they're sticking through it. They're giving it the division. They're giving it the division treatment. We're gonna no. I wouldn't say the division. I will say the Rainbow Six treatment. We're gonna ride this shit out until we make the game that people like. Like, and then we'll figure it out from there. If it takes fucking 8 years, we'll do this shit, and we're gonna ride this. We're gonna give it the PUBG treatment, and we're gonna fix this shit until we like it, and then we can move on until the next Halo comes
Hold on,
out. that's
PUBG
fucked
got
up.
fixed? I didn't even know it.
Yeah, PUBG did get fixed. Actually, it took forever, but it's a decent game now. They got new maps and everything. But I've only played it a few times, so I can't comment on it. But I mean, like hell, Battlefield's going through it right now. Like, I mean, like, and it's like that. That's just this generation. Like, that's the way gaming. That's the way gaming has been lately. Let's give you something fucked up. Spend 2 years fixing it instead of saying, let's wait because the public wants it right now. We're gonna put it out in a fucked up state, and fuck them. They're gonna buy it any goddamn way. That's the PlayStation way. I had to pause on that. I'm done.
Man. I got you, bro. Like, this is crazy. Let's get Crispy in on this. Now, Crispy, we know you're a Gears fanatic, all right, and Halo and Gears are really, two franchises definitely cemented as the foundation of Xbox. You heard what they're doing here. Season 3 delayed until March. They're coming out with a quote unquote winter update in November. I told you about the battle pass, Forge beta, match XP. Instead of just doing challenges, you're going to be able to earn XP by what you do in the game and by playing the game. With what Pred said, it brought up the fact that the network co-op. That's another thing. Local couch co-op has been absolutely dropped from this game. They're not putting it in the game. And there's some things that irk me here.
Oh, right? Wait. Say it again, please. Say it again. I thought I heard that wrong. Say it again.
Local couch co-op has been dropped from this game. They're not. They're not putting it in now. Like, and
don't play games on couches with others. So.
This is something that really irks me with 343 when it comes to how.
Let me ask you a question before you get into that soapbox. Does Destiny have couch co-op?
This is not. See, you might want to let me
finish.
Hold on. No, you're gonna let me finish real quick because it had nothing to do with co-op.
It's my turn.
I ain't got to do let you do anything.
It is my turn.
What I was about to say had nothing to do with co-op, sir. Okay. Before I get on that soapbox, I wasn't even talking about co-op. What I was leading into was the fact that Joe Staten, when he was talking about not having co-op anymore, that it's being dropped, he tried to just push it off real quick, and he tried to cover it up with other words before and after. He was like, we're putting all this stuff into the game, so couch co-op had to be dropped because we're putting so much stuff into
beating around the bush. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That is what is pissing me off with 343. It's their silence, beating around the bush, silence, and they're not being transparent with the community. They're not doing what you're supposed to do as a developer for a game as a service. You're supposed to be in the community. You're supposed to be talking to people on social media. You're supposed to be letting them know what's going on with the game. And I hate to say it like this, but this is one thing that Bungie absolutely has right when it comes to a games as a service. They are out there all the time talking to people on Twitter, letting people know about issues, letting people know that they're aware of this and they're fixing this, and this is going to be fixed at this point in time, and this is going to be fixed at this point in time. Oh, we're putting this new thing in here. They are out there talking to the community constantly, and 343 is completely silent until they come over, and then what they do is they beat around the bush and they don't take any responsibility for what the hell is going on with their game. That's what pisses me off the most about all this.
I cannot wait till it's my turn. Oh my god, I cannot.
Go to Mega first.
No,
I don't
no,
have
no,
much
go-
to say about this.
Go, go.
Okay,
Okay, go
no,
ahead.
no,
Go, Chris. We
no.
got too much. No. Go to Chris.
No,
Chris, you said got too
you
much.
asking for it,
All
bro.
right.
Go ahead.
No. Let's go. All right. So this is the problem. It's not only 343's issue. It's not only the management issue. It's people like you. It's people like me. It's other people. It's those damn bungee stands that constantly keeps tearing the fucking community apart by always trying to add shit that shouldn't even be in there. That's why I was asking that's because you know when you started talking about like, well, the couch co-op, what popular games do that still? What popular games still do it?
I don't know, but I dude,
What
again,
answer my question? What popular games still do
Fortnite?
it? What else?
but that's all I saw Delilah say.
Okay, but that's it. That's it. And so the whole point to me is like,
Pretty
look,
much the most popular game.
that's fine. But again, it's only one. If it was something that has been trending back from what it was when it was great back then you know, if it was, you know, because it was fun back then and it's trending now all of a sudden, then that's fine. But most games like that, like Destiny, like others, they don't do it anymore. And because people are constantly trying to ask for the same shit that really isn't necessary at this point. I mean, yeah, it's good for nostalgia reasons, but other than that,
I didn't want couch co-op.
that's what I'm saying. It's good for nostalgia reason, but it's not the all end all. Like everything else is way more important. The desync, all this other shit, having a plan, everything. So no, my whole point of this whole situation, it's not only just the situation going on in 343 and the management and even in the marketing and Phil Spencer and although it is everybody's fault. Everyone is held accountable for this.
Ain't my
but
fault.
me and Don for sitting here wanting to have them to keep the same pathway that they were having with Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Hold on.
To people that,
K-Mega,
like I said,
how is it?
yeah.
You said it's everybody's fault. It's definitely not.
Because
It is definitely not
yeah,
my
it is.
fault.
Yeah, it is. Let me. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because you were one of the people out there when me and others were saying, "Hey, man, bring the game out when it's ready. Don't bring that shit out early if it's not going to be right." You can hear me quoting that shit on Next. You can hear me quoting that shit on GRG, on Devin the Gamer, on Twitter. I've said that shit constantly. But what people like, what you guys were out there, you're saying we need it now. You know how special the Halo anniversary is. And because they listened, they brought the game out.
Dude, they were going to bring it out a
everybody was
year
happy
before
about it.
time.
But the game was not. But they
decided it was.
Hey, you can
It wasn't
yell all you
until
want
they
to,
got
but
feedback, bro.
But bro, the problem is that listen, the game is not ready, so they shouldn't have did it.
They thought it was
Period.
ready.
No,
It
they
wasn't
wanted to
until they
just-
got feedback
no.
saying, "Yo, what was that garbage you
Oh my
put up
God,
on
come
the thing?"
on, man.
Yeah, it
Come on,
wasn't
man.
until they
Stop
got
it.
feedback
Don't,
that they
you
delayed
can't
that.
sit there, Bot. You cannot sit there and say because you were constantly talking about the 15th of November. You constantly was talking about it. And you was getting pissed off because you didn't think that it was going to come because the game was slated to come out in December. But now you're going to sit here and try to act different and say, no, listen, that's just because this is the problem. This is the biggest problem. If there's anything that I can give PlayStation credit for, major credit for, is that they don't give a shit about when people want that shit. They are not going to release that game until they feel that it's ready. If the devs come out there and tell them...
Not recently. I would disagree with that.
What?
Recently?
What games?
Dude, mad bugs through like the past like 5 games they've had, except for Ratchet and Clank. Mad bugs, dude.
I didn't see no mad bugs.
I'm sorry, 4 games. 4 games.
Horizon Forbidden West had bugs, yes.
Dude, Spider-Man Miles Morales had bugs, bro. Like, if you didn't see them, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you could
No,
play as you could
played
play
it,
as
dude. I
a
didn't play
fucking
no.
mailbox, bro. Like, come on.
Every
Like, you can't make that shit up.
Every game has bugs, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm
Yo,
saying to
I
you
will
is
say, K
this.
Mega, in my defense about the whole anniversary and stuff like that, I don't think anybody could have predicted the absolute state that this game was in. We were talking about aesthetics when it came to Craig and all that.
I got that. But the problem is this. And like I said, I'm putting myself at fault in this as well because there's things about the game that I wasn't happy about because I felt like the from rumors of directions and things that we heard and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, look, man, the game has, because remember the rumors about the game was supposed to be coming out. They wanted to drop the story first and then the multiplayer, or vice versa, whichever they wanted to try to do first.
They were gonna
And
split it.
they were going to split it up. And I was like, nope, I want to have the game as it always has come out to be. But if that's not it's what we see, how far behind they are with the multiplayer, it was just best for them to do that or just delay the game until it was ready. The biggest other factors that's part of this is that, look, I'm with Don. I am not, you know what I'm saying? Look, I don't know the man. I think the guy seems like a very nice gentleman, but Staten doesn't seem, but like from past work, look, I personally hit him up and was asking him about Crackdown 3 multiplayer. And he gave the same answer as that he's giving to Halo Infinite. And I said, okay, cool. I said, because if you take too long, then the game, because they gave a July date for them to fix the multiplayer for Crackdown 3. And again, what happened to Crackdown 3? And within weeks, gone.
Well,
they never did shit
to clarify
with that.
for people that haven't tried that. It was they released the game, they got the multiplayer running, but you could not party up with your friends and play in a party match. And that's where all the controversy was, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is rushing out a feature and duct taping the solution for what the expectation is from the customer later in regards to that. So yeah, I mean, I guess to Kimega's point, I think what correct me if I'm wrong when saying this is, when a game is truly involves the community, then we all have a part in the success and the failure of a product, right?
Yes. Like
it doesn't matter if
them apart.
It doesn't, and it doesn't matter if my input wasn't used, right? I contributed to that in some sort of form or fashion, right?
Yes.
And so, that is something we kind of have to think about because that's where games are going forward. They want to get that input, but gamers are really quick, and I'm not trying to point fingers, but a lot of gamers are really quick when things are working the way they wanted to. They want to take credit for it, even though they didn't touch a single line of code. They didn't, they didn't model a single character, but they want to take credit for it. But in defense to them, they get some credit, some small portion of, not like 1% or anything like that, but they get some sort of credit leaning towards that. But also, it's a double-edged sword. They also get some of the blame too when things don't go correctly. Now, most of that stuff still falls on the developer's shoulders and heads. When it comes to any product, but you had your hand in it.
Repeat that one more
time. You're involved in the process.
Repeat that. Like most of the
majority of it still falls on the head of the developer. It's got to, right?
Especially these developers, because they know how toxic the community is,
and that's why I keep saying and that's the reason why I'm saying they got to stop listening to who the fuck they're listening.
Oh, dude, yeah, I've been saying that for years, bro.
And just make the game that they want to make, regardless of regardless of what they felt about Halo 5. Halo 5 is still the most successful Halo game out there. Fuck Halo 3, fuck Halo 1, fuck Halo 2, Reach, all that other shit. The most successful Halo is Halo 5. Haters hate.
That's why it's on my console right now.
Halo MCC is technically the most.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it
is.
Okay, go look it up. Go look it up.
A lot of people still play that shit on PPC.
No, a lot of I went
Halo Master Chief Collection is the most successful Halo.
Go Google it. I'm not even going to go into what's called Halo 5 is the most successful. It is.
Yeah, because I went into Halo 5, man. for the
Lobbies are still
past 3
full.
days, and I seen people in lobbies like nobody's business at Halo 5 Guardians, dude. Those
Yeah, so
lobbies are full all the time.
all the time. But regardless of that, regardless if it was is not your favorite, that is fine. There's Call of Duties that's not people's favorite. There's Battlefields that's not people's favorite. This is the problem: is that that 343 and Don says this, and Don is absolutely right on this. And other people said, I think the Blue said this at one point when we was in the party together, and he was like, "Man, if 343 made a game that wasn't Halo, my God, just think, their games would be on the top, on the tier of Naughty Dog and Insomniac, and because they're great developers. The problem is that they let certain people tear their vision away. And listen, what this is one reason too. And that's why I say it goes up to all the way to the top to even Phil. Because listen, the publisher, the person that says, "Look, this game needs to be out, and game needs to be out now." When Phil seen that, he did the right thing in saying, "Look, this game needs to be delayed." But then after the point, they said, "Man, I gave you a year. This shit still ain't ready. Put it out there." Well, this is part of your fault, Phil. This is part of your fault too. It's part of the gamer's fault that keeps bitching and complaining when games get delayed when they need to be delayed. Cyberpunk needed to be delayed. Other games, how many times have we seen this where games just needed to be delayed a little bit longer? We always get so impatient and act like it's the end of the world when it happens. But then when there's a certain game and then what's funny is that when we got PlayStation stands to come out and throw their hat in it, but then they're so patient and quiet like church mouses when their games get constantly delayed over and over and over and over and over again because they want to make sure that their game is right. Then they want to brag about, "Oh, look at the Metacritic score," because the game gets higher rating because it took the time. And listen, credit to Naughty Dog and to Insomniac and to all the other ones that said, "Look, we're going to make what we want to make. We know that you might not like it. It might not be your favorite, but you're still going to cap for it." Halo doesn't get that same respect. So to me, it's more because Zobi asked that question, and he was like, "Who's it for? 343, the community, or you know what I'm saying, or what?" He said something else, and I say it's all of the above, because we all take a part into it. Yes, at the end of the day, it is the lead management that goes out there and says this and says that.
They make the decisions. Yeah,
they make the decisions, right? But they also got to stop listening to whoever that's telling them to make these damn moves, because obviously it just isn't working. And they listening to people that still want something that's old and refreshing, even though that Halo Infinite did bring that old vibe, and it plays fine. So that should tell you how that 343 is a quality
fine,
because
but Halo 5
they did the mix.
better multiplayer. Let's be real. Halo 5 has better multiplayer.
By leaps and bounds, Halo 5 multiplayer was way better than any other Halo multiplayer. But again, people wanted that nostalgia back. But because it's 343 is so skilled, they gave a perfect blend. The problem is that when Staten came in there, and I don't know, Don sit there and showed me that. I don't know if you guys seen that. It was it was an interview between the lead, I guess, designer from Insomniac, and it was Staten, and they were talking, and he was bringing up the stuff about Halo and just everything in general about what's going on, and he just came out and said, "Look, man, I came in there clean house." There were people that didn't like what I had to say. There was a lot of pushback, and that's respect. I like to hear those type of things because it takes the whole team to make something great. But he came in there and just gutted their original vision. And when you go in there and do that right off the bat, of course that's going to lead to more issues. When people say, when I post the stuff on those leakers, that those former devs or whoever, that they show that other stuff that was going to be in Halo Infinite, me and Don talked about all the time, like, damn, that shit would have been amazing. That would have added more depth into the story. And I enjoyed Halo Infinite story, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some pieces that does feel like,
it feels shallow.
It feels shallow in some places, for sure. And so that's, to me, is the biggest issue overall, is that when you hire somebody and instead of just letting this go, let people swallow the pill, and then you go and you make your changes, while you're going to do this, he just went in there and gutted everything. No, man, we're going to change the plan. This 10-year plan that we was talking about, no, that shit's out of here. We're just going to do it my way. And he said that in that interview. He said, we're going to do it my way.
Honestly, I think
that shit to me is that's the biggest problem right there, is that you come in there, they have a vision, and then they tell them, and again, this goes to marketing. They give people all this information, and then when this shit doesn't go the way that it was projected, that is a problem. And you're right. Staten did kind of just throw the new dude under the bus, was like, here, you get all that hate mail, because I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read that shit.
But he handled
We're
himself.
tired of it.
He handled himself, man. I gotta say, like, and
he's new and fresh. He don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He don't know yet. Once he go in there and he gets those bungee stands that come in there and start talking that dumb shit about no run, no this, no that, and then you got other Halo fans
that was one of the biggest.
He's new in that position,
Hey,
but
Mega,
he's not new there.
Hey Mega, that was one of the biggest.
He's been there for several years.
That was one of the first steps in the terms of it's something that me and you have agreed on when it came to it. We always thought 343 should make the Halo that they want to make.
Right.
And we said that they really started listening to the OG Halo community way too much when it came to Halo Infinite.
Way too much.
And now, like, I feel like even before Staten came in, they got rid of like the lead for Halo 5. Like, they got rid of him.
They got sick of it.
That.
They got sick of those people got sick of that. Listen, man, as much hate as Halo 5 got, and it was really funny when people were starting to say, "Damn, now I kind of miss Halo 5. Halo 5 wasn't as bad as I thought." Well, some of you people didn't even play Halo 5. You just went off of just whatever. You may have played the first damn mission and then went on and say, "I hate it. I don't want to play it because everybody else that I know hates it as well." So I mean, because you got a lot of that. Me and Don can tell you, we were streaming Halo 5 tons of times. What game is this? This game looks great. Halo 5. What?
Some of our top viewerships when we stream.
Right. Like what? This is Halo 5. Well, yeah. I mean, the game's been out for how many years? But regardless, this is that they got. Naughty Dog made the game that they wanted. You can love or hate that The Last of Us 2, but they made what they wanted to make. And you know what? They won Game of the Year for it. Halo makes what they want to make, and if they could get it all together the way that I think that their plan, their vision was, then I think that we'll have the best Halo that we've ever experienced. But they keep listening to this to people that aren't in the development cycle, and then look, they're doing this, and they're going and doing this, and they're listening to people, and then they're not paying attention to the stuff that they need to be paying attention to, like the desyncing issues and the PC mess and all these other fucking factors. And then look, I'm just gonna be real about it. Some of those damn things that you get from the season pass is just ugly as hell. It just doesn't work for me. It don't look fresh. Like the drip is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at other games out there, and I'm looking like, damn, they dripped up.
I think we're into the cum zone.
Yeah, we are in the cum zone.
He's referring to the poly drip, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about the clothes, man. The gear. But the drip is
Let
just
your
not
soul
right.
glow, K-Maker.
Bro, I want to be clean when I'm killing a bastard.
Let it go.
Like, I've been saying I got this old shit, but anyway, again, I'm gonna refrain. I just
you talk about your drip,
but it goes a little bit deeper.
Fire. My Spartan is fire.
Can I get a point in if it's okay?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You could completely skip me on this point.
You're a Gears guy, we know.
Yeah, Gears is better. There you go.
It's sad.
Disappointing.
It's sad when this game came out at the same time Halo, pretty much around the same time Halo Infinite did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing better on content than Halo Infinite.
What
that's
game are you
Battlefield? That's Battlefield 2044.
Yeah,
that game is making a comeback.
Just dropped yesterday.
No, that was season 2. Season 3 drops. No, that's season 2. Okay. Season 3 drops in about 2 months from now. It comes out to season 3.
Oh yeah, that video I sent you. That was season 2.
Yeah, that's season 2. And season 2 is amazing.
See, and I re-downloaded. I was telling Donald, like, okay, I'm finna get back in now. But I will say
they improved the gunpowder, and in season 3, they're gonna be bringing back the class engineer,
Yeah.
mechanic, and the sniper mode and everything. So that's a damn shame that
Well,
your
Sirksman, let me make
oh,
another another.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, no,
Go ahead.
no, no,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead. I was just trying to say to piggyback off what you were saying. Another game too that came out last year that nobody's really talking about. That's improved, and that's Crossfire X.
Oh, I heard. We talked
I
about that.
mean, yeah, there's just too much competition, and then you're gonna drop that shit in November when COD's just gonna drop at the end of December, and then you're gonna have God of War that's gonna be dropping, and you're gonna have Pokemon, and you're gonna have all this other shit. Bro, no, y'all fucked up on this one. 343
They
fucked up
did.
on this.
Halo's about to. I never thought I'd ever say this about Halo's about to die, man.
Nah, they ain't gonna. It's not gonna die
Well, it's gonna fade into the background. How's that?
for a while. Yeah, till they get
Yeah.
all together.
Just through the holidays.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? You know what's funny about this, guys? I was watching a
You
Halo-
don't even play Halo
hold
Xbox.
on. Let me. Yeah, I was watching a Halo YouTuber kind of like after I watched this roadmap, and I forgot his name. I do apologize, guys, but he actually talked about there are people saying that 343 is just trying to get to March of 2023, for that season 3 and stuff like that. This YouTuber was like, that's not necessarily true. They're trying to get to fall of 2023. And
Yes.
the reason why is because through kind of like internals and stuff, they've been working on a battle royale for Halo.
Who gives
And
a shit about a
supposedly-
battle royale?
Cares about Battle
supposedly,
Royale, man.
it's on track for fall of next year.
Nobody's gonna care. There's too many battle royales out there.
That's
This is
not
what we
true.
call leaving the actual community behind, and that's why they're screaming at the top of their lungs.
I agree with Chris.
It ain't a battle
They're using
royale. We
for a
want
relaunch is what you're
content.
saying,
But-
right?
Content. Not this stuff where you go and get new armor and stuff. We want real content like you've done in every Halo before this. That's what people are looking for. They're not looking for delays. They're not looking for bullshit. They're looking for Halo to be fucking Halo.
I know.
And now
I
you
hear
tell us
Sir
that
X.
you're holding back Forge and you still haven't got the co-op thing right yet. It's still in beta. What the fuck is wrong with 343?
Comes out in November, Sir X.
I'm sorry. You
Forge-
need to get the guy. I'm sorry. He ain't got no job right now. He got money and he can turn this shit around. I don't give a fuck. People don't like him or not. Cliffy B. Let Cliffy B run this shit. This shit'll be fucking.
Oh no! Oh, don't
he
you
will
dare!
No,
Hey,
man.
Sir
Cliffy
X, man,
B.
that might have been
Hey,
the worst thing you ever
Hey,
said on this
don't
show.
hate
No,
me.
not-
Don't hate
not
me for
Cliffy,
saying.
bro.
Here's my explanation for this. Cliffy B would not take no shit. He would right the fucking ship, even though he did gears and everything. But he ran that shit like a tight ship. You know what I'm saying?
Are you-
And you
No,
need
that
somebody.
was Rod. That
Yeah, I was saying,
Yeah,
are
that
you
was
sure
Rod.
that
But it
was
was there.
Cliffy?
But they shared. You know the what
I
do you
think
call
it's
it?
been
was the-
Sir X
Cliffy's
Man,
the young
hold on,
prodigy,
hold on.
but I think
Sir X
Rod
Man,
was the
Sir X
yeah.
Man. I think they have shown throughout.
I'm just
throughout
giving an
history- Oh,
example. I don't.
Can I just tell you something, Sir X Man?
Yes,
please?
sir.
All right. I think they have shown throughout history that like it's a Cliffy and Rod situation, not just when Cliffy was by himself. What happened? Exactly. All right. But when
I
Cliffy
hear
was
Lawbreakers
with Rod,
wasn't that bad.
Well,
But
Cliffy B is a very talented person in the sense of
I-
coming up with
I'm-
ideas and,
He's a
and coming
prodigy.
up with like game mechanics and things like that. That's his cup of tea. But Rod's the type of guy that keeps things on track.
yes.
Yeah.
And if you look at his pedigree of everything he's worked on, he makes sure the game gets released and released.
Oh
in a
yeah,
good
yeah.
way.
It released.
Yeah, I mean, like, doesn't matter if you like or hate the game, but like if you take BioShock, right? The last BioShock he did, that thing was on death's doornail until Rod got there. Rod righted that ship and got it up and going. So there are talents like that in the industry, and I think people want to put Todd on that same pedestal, but I just don't think he's on that level, to be honest.
They
with
need to
So-
pay Rod whatever they need to pay him to come in and right this ship.
Well, he's
Well,
coming back.
Yeah, he's
with
He's
coming
coming
back
back.
soon.
He's
So-
coming
He's
back
coming
to
back soon.
Microsoft.
Oh yeah.
him
Mikey
he
Barra.
goes back to
Mikey
Activision.
Barra, yeah.
Yeah. Or
So maybe
Blizzard or
Mikey
whatever.
Barra or Rod somebody could get. Look, I've said this a million times. I said, and I know a lot of people are like, no, ew, but it is perfect for what Halo needs, especially going into a game as a service.
They need that leadership.
Once Activision gets acquired, have that team go in there and start helping 343 on the service aspect, because I don't think anybody can say that Warzone is flawed. Warzone is great. Warzone is great for what it is. I'm not I don't enjoy battle royale and stuff like that, but the way that they know how to get the content out is it's proper. You know what I'm saying? Activision just knows what to do with that.
That's why Bungie signed with them originally, to help make the first 2 Destinies, right?
Makes sense. Yeah, makes
that
sense.
it's because they wanted to have a games as a service type thing, and so they're the ones that had experiences with the certain elements that you see that crossover from like Blizzard and Activision. You see those elements crossing over into Destiny and stuff like that. There's a reason why those guys are good at that. So I mean, that would make sense. It doesn't mean Halo won't be Halo. You're not trying to turn Halo into COD or anything.
But I'm just saying for the
you're trying to make sure they get out the content.
Yeah, get the content out.
Game plan, consistency, getting all that sort of stuff correct, and you know, I don't know. At this point, it is what it is. It's not 343's best game. I don't even think it's Halo's best game. Not even close.
Okay, so where do you put Halo Infinite right now at this point?
From 343 titles, I put on the lowest tier.
It's the third tier. Okay.
Yeah. It's tough because I liked 4 stories better. Didn't hate the multiplayer in 4.
Incredible. 4 story was absolutely incredible.
I didn't hate the multiplayer in 4, but not a lot of people were participating, so it kind of died.
Oh, I liked 4.
And then 5's multiplayer was the best, and the story was good, but it wasn't like there were some mechanics that like the whole revive system. I don't think really worked with Halo.
And the AI the AI was bad. Yeah, the AI
was bad, so that would cause problems, that sort of thing. So, but I definitely rate 4 or 5 way over Infinite.
I put 2 as number 1, even though I'm going back. 2 is number 1 for me.
I wouldn't say. I would say Halo 4. When you talk about story wise, it's between Halo 2 and Halo 4 is my
and multiplayer wise too was good. You wasn't there back then, I remember.
Yeah, I wasn't playing. I was doing LAN parties.
Halo.
So you did enjoy Halo 2,
yeah. But from Halo 1 to Halo 3 was LAN parties, and then for Reach and stuff like that, it was just couch co-op, and then at that point in time, COD was starting to be the new flavor.
I don't know how much more of this Halo orgasm take the rest of the night.
That's why he hit you up first, Fred. So you get
agreed,
back to
sir. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you've been gone a week, Xbox, is it okay if we talk about the Sony price
We
hike?
get off the blow up doll. Jesus.
Hold on.
There we go.
All right. Well, we gotta get Crispy's opinion on this real quick.
Crispy said he passed it to K Becker. He said he didn't want to touch it.
You didn't even want to touch the Halo Infinite deal, right?
No, I'm good.
Halo Infinite delays, new name.
Yo,
like
for
that.
real.
It's been out 10 months. Let's be honest here.
Somebody spelled delayed where any letter that they put was kind of like the Halo font, and then the 343 was in there as letters to spell delayed. Yeah.
Oh, you need to find that and put that on. I gotta see that on Twitter, dude. You gotta find it.
I'll find it and I'll tag you with it. But nah, I mean, if you're looking at it, Sir X-Man, I know you might have wanted to talk about that, but we are over 10 o'clock right now. So we're basically...
Well, who started 15 minutes late?
Are you sure it was 15 minutes late?
Yeah, because Fred said, let's go.
All right, but if we start a new topic, that's like a half hour, 45 minutes.
No, it ain't, because we all got our opinions on it, and it's going to be over with real quick.
Don't worry, I'm here to make Pred late to whatever he's got planned.
She's probably,
some milk.
she's probably sitting in his lap just waiting for the show to
Well,
end.
Sir X-Man, what did you want to talk about, bro?
Oh, the Halo price hike. I mean, not
Halo
Halo.
price hike?
Not Halo. I'm sorry, PlayStation
Like,
price
goddamn,
hike.
go back
My
to Halo.
bad. The PlayStation price hike real
Well,
quick,
not
because
yeah.
we haven't heard from you about it. You know, we've all based our opinion a while ago.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
all right. So for people who don't know, the
Giggity.
PlayStation 5 got a price hike in quite a few regions. Not the United States, but
Oh, they price hiked it.
not in the United States. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did, because they bundled
That's not a price
Horizon
hike.
Zero Dawn.
That's not a
It
price
is.
hike. That's a
If
bundle.
you don't,
That is
that's a bundle.
That's
But
not
that's the only way you can get a
technically-
PS5 now.
Technically, that's not a price hike.
And at GameStop, when they get them, the only way you could get it is in a bundle.
All right, but check this out. Technically, that's not a price hike because you're getting a game with it. Okay. All right. So that's it's a workaround because they didn't want to raise it here. And I know, people out there, and including Sony when they came out, they were talking about, due to worldwide economic situations and stuff like that. Sir X-Man,
We're gonna make it worse.
You said you wanted to hear my opinion on this. I feel that this has nothing to do with the economics in the world right now. I feel like they saw an opportunity where they could. So they did raise the price in whatever areas that they thought they could. But if you look at Sony as a corporation, they have raised the price on quite a few
Everything.
devices under the within the Sony corporation. It's not just the PS5. All right. So when it comes down to it, this is just Sony deciding that this is what they're going to do to make money. And the game division is included in this. But the thing about it is, the thing that's interesting is Sony has been making money off the PS5 for about a year now.
Been
For
trying
about
to
a
pay
year,
the debt they owe. That's what they're trying to do.
well, I don't know about that, but every console that they have sold for about a year, they're making it. They're selling them for profit. So they were making money. Yeah, they were making
You weren't
money on this
around.
already.
You weren't around when they talked about it.
Wait, you saying the
Go ahead.
PlayStation 5 is selling at a
profit.
Yeah, it's operating in the black, not the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're
For about a year
288.
already.
Xbox, they're $288 billion in the hole.
All right, now
You weren't listening to the shows.
Well,
You weren't
asked
listening
me
to the
what
other
I
shows.
thought, and now you're like I'm telling you what I think about the situation when it comes down to it, and what I'm saying is they're using this as an opportunity to make money. It's something like these companies will use situations within the world as an opportunity to do things. They'll blame it on things that are going on in the world. We saw it when it came to the pandemic. Like everything was because of the pandemic, even though the pandemic might have had its fingers in on that, but the core of the situation was something from that company, completely separate of that. We've seen it time and time again.
So what you're trying to say is those regions got higher gas prices. They got higher food prices. Now they got higher console prices. How are they helping those guys? How are they going to sell their consoles with all these regions
help people
hurting? They can't help people. They're making it worse for them.
They're not looking to help people. They're saying that their price hike is justified because of certain situations going on in the world, but that's not necessarily true because
it's not.
Within the space that they work in, within the space that PlayStation works in, within gaming, none of their competitors have raised their prices in those regions or any other regions at all either. It's only Sony that's doing this. So with that being said, it's really not what's going on in the world. It's what Sony is deciding they're going to do. They are protecting their profit from selling consoles. They're making sure that moving forward, that they will still, as the Don said, they will still run in the black. They will still make a profit off of each console sold. When, if you look over on the Xbox side of it, I'm pretty sure they're still taking a loss for like every Series X sold. I'm not sure about the Series S though, to be really honest with you, because of the difference in
but
components. I think that
Let me break
they
something
have.
down to you real
Go
quick.
ahead.
So like I don't know all the countries they're selling, they're open the price in, but look at this. And this is just me speaking just from the the my ass, right? Look at these countries and see how many consoles are actually selling in those countries. Like, they're hiking the price up in certain countries because they're not even selling there in the first place. All they're going to do is ship those consoles here to the States. And the reason why they're going to make that excuse to do it is because they're not going to sell those consoles in that country anyway. So again, business me. If I'm not selling a console in this country, I hike the price up, and I know no one's going to buy it at this point now because no one's buying it in the first place. Now I have even more reason to ship it to another country where it's going to sell.
That's
So your argument
savage.
is a reallocation of goods.
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I mean, all those consoles here in the States will sell like clockwork in the States. But if you hike the price up and say, and again, I don't know what countries there are. I mean, throw one out there to me, and I can defend this
UK.
argument.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada got
Canada,
jacked
UK,
up.
Canada.
UK,
Canada's
all of
prices
them.
are always high. You know, they're capped.
Australia, I believe.
Japan got jacked up too.
Yeah, but
China.
those prices of a console in that country compared to what they sell here in the States are always high anyway. All three of those countries, always high. It's like super high, especially in Australia. That I know from my friends, the friends I know their experience. It's like, dude, I'm not buying this here. I'll buy this shit from Amazon from my cousin and have them mail it to me because it's more expensive to buy it there based off of their economy than it is to buy it here in the States, based off the dollar and everything like that. So like it's cheaper to buy it here in the States and then ship it there.
But the problem is you can't find it in the States, Fred. That's the problem.
You can. I bought mine on Amazon. I put my name on the pot and I got.
Oh
that shit
yeah,
in 3 days.
I'm still waiting for them to give me the
Yeah, I got my
confirmation.
shit in like 3 days. Like after I put my name in the list, I got it. So like it's easier to get it here. And this is the thing. There's a reason why you can't get it in those countries because it costs too fucking much. So they're I can't even say this word now.
Reallocating
them from other countries here. That's why they're not selling in Japan. That's why they're not selling in all those other countries. So they're like, you know what? We ain't selling it here. We'll just reallocate it to the States where we know it's going to sell. So if we mark the price up here, we know no one's going to buy it. They can't say it's not available because we had it here. No one bought it. We shipped it out to the States. Someone bought it there. Done. They got their money. I'm surprised they didn't hike the price up here, but in a weird way, which is weird to me. Like typically, as a console, in the history of consoles that I've known, the price is supposed to go down.
Yep.
The longer it's been out.
Thank you.
Not up. So I don't understand why that makes any sense. They didn't do it here, but they did in all these other countries. They made the price go higher. Think about that for a minute, and that makes more sense of my argument. Like they didn't hike the price up here in the States, where it's going to sell anyway, like hotcakes. They hiked it up in countries where they can't buy it in the fucking first place. So like it's and I don't know if we have any Aussies or Brits in here, but like what's the price of a fucking console in UK? I know we talked about the exchange rate earlier when we were talking about another topic.
Yeah,
but
well, it's equal. It's equal to.
It's equal.
That's UK is the
It's
pound.
equal. Yeah, UK is the pound. It's equal to the
But
euro.
the euro is even with the dollar now.
No, the pound is not. The pound is actually higher than dollar.
The pound, I think it's higher. The euro, it's basically 1 for 1. But that's not going to be the same forever. That's going to change.
Yeah,
whatever happens in our economy.
My friends in the UK, they said they're paying $10 a gallon for gas, dude.
Hold on, real quick.
So-
Andrew Wilkins in the chat. Yeah, I do know about when Microsoft raised prices in India for Xbox hardware. Do you know why that happened? Because India's currency dropped like a rock in record time, and what they did was they equaled it out to what it what it would have still been worth. You know what I'm saying?
Value of it.
Well, it's based on trade value is what they're talking about.
And it's not multiple regions at once, Andrew. All right, I can see one region when their dollar or whatever their currency absolutely tanks in record time, which is what happened in India. But what we're talking about with PlayStation and these multiple regions has nothing to do with what happened in India, bro. Now you talk about X-Fail and stuff like that, so I'm pretty sure you're not gonna listen to logic in this situation. But
Well,
I'm letting
I
you
mean,
know it's not comparable.
inflation is much higher in the countries that they raise the prices in. So they're dealing with some economic issues in those countries in regards to that. And even though we're seeing inflation here in the US, it's not as severe as it is in a lot of other places. And so there is some precedent here in regards to that. Now, I think a lot of people would expect the company to take the hit, but they decided not to. They decided to operate in the same margins they were anticipating, and they stuck with it. I think that's what Sony's doing. And instead of weathering the storm to see if it's going to level out in 6 months or not, that's just more or less that's how they approached it. So
You would think they would lower the price because it's all about the software that makes your money. You think they would lower the price to get the consoles out the door.
well
They don't
before
have to do that. Just keep it the same.
That's
even when
true.
they start production though, like even when they start production of like, okay, we're going to make this product, they have a game plan ahead of time in regards to that. So they had a plan of how much they were going to charge, how much margin they were going to have per console, and a lot of these companies too, like when you do see these fluctuations in trade value, because that happens, we don't realize it as consumers because we don't buy things in Europe, in Canada, in Mexico, right? We usually buy it locally, right, in some sort of form or fashion. So we don't run into those trade value issues all the time. And a lot of times companies do take the hit, but if it's too much of a hit, you can do two things. You can do nothing, or you can adjust for those prices. And I think that's just what Sony chose to do. In regards, I think they
And
misread the room. I think they thought both Nintendo and Microsoft were going to do the same thing. I think they
No,
were trying to get
Right.
ahead of it. I
Yeah.
think honestly, I think that's what they were trying to do, and
Mm-hmm.
it may have backfired on them. So who knows?
It ain't no May too. It is going to backfire on because especially if when the economies do get better, it. I mean, what is Sony? You think Sony is going to drop the price again? I don't
nope.
think so. What they'll probably do is just go off of the fact of the consoles will depreciate over time, and then they'll just go for that. But it still will be less. I mean, more than what the competition will be. What you just said at that last point was 100% what Sony. They just wanted to try to get ahead. They thought everybody else was going to do it. So
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
whole thing when you look back in the Xbox One generation when they had that argument of what is it, DRM, right?
Right.
Remember that
It's like you
DRM
share
argument?
a game. Yeah.
Everyone thought they were going to do DRM, and then Sony said, "Nah, we're not doing it." Right? It's kind of like one of those sort of things, but in reverse, right? Like they thought everyone was going to be raising their prices because they're kind of reading the tea leaves. They have all the same numbers, all these other companies, and they decided, to get ahead of it. And then in the process, they're the only ones holding back, right? Like they're like, "Oh shit, you're not doing this." You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm seeing. So
And
it,
a
it
lot of
turned
people
it
didn't
turned
know,
it
real
turned
quick.
it
A lot
turned
of people didn't. Go ahead, bud.
No, go ahead, Sir X Man.
A lot of people didn't know what DRM was either. So DRM has been on game disc since forever, even back in the damn 90s. So
Well,
it's
DRM
always
DRM
been
came
there.
from music. Yeah, it came from
Yeah.
like CDs and shit like that.
But
and
it's
movies.
also been from disc coding too. That's technically DRM.
Right.
You
right.
know,
So
if you don't
it's
have
been
the right
forever.
code and you put a fake disc in there, it's not going to work. You got to prove that you own that. So that's been around forever. It just went digital and Sony played the game, and it wasn't true. Now their game is backfiring because they don't know what to do and they're confused with this industry right now. They are totally lost in this industry and they're
well,
trying to
but
play
they're not
catch
the
up.
only company that's confused of what's going on right now. I mean, the whole pandemic there is some unprecedents that is there. I mean, I do believe people blame the pandemic on way too much shit that has nothing
Yep,
to
I was
do with
just about
things.
to say that.
But to Bot's point, I mean, there is truth to that. But there is side effects to it. There's got to be. You can't just do what we did as a world and not expect to have some sort of side effects. And then with that, people are also going to take advantage of that. I'm not saying Sony's taking advantage of people, but there are going to be companies that will take advantage of consumers because
Yeah,
of this,
like
'cause
gas
of the
prices going high for no damn reason in the United States. Then all of a sudden they brought it back down, and the people think it's lower, right? No, that's just where they wanted to set it. That's why they went high, so you think you're getting a deal right now.
Well, I'm
Same
paying
principle.
about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm paying about $3.47 a gallon for gas. So
Yeah, I paid $3.18.
I could pay that much if I add water to it.
Wow.
Oh, that's why I
Crispy-
love Don.
Crispy, did you want to chime in on the whole PlayStation price hike in different regions, bro?
Let them pay more. Who cares?
Oh, damn!
This is for the
They're
fans.
asking for it for the love of God. Like, I see people defending it till no end. I don't have to pay more. I bought a $500 console,
Bro,
and I
the people
literally
that are
had
defending
games.
it live like in the places where that's not happening. Though. Like, let's be real.
Well, I mean, that's what you go
For
and
the
say.
most part.
You know, I somewhat disagree with Don because some of the currency that is involved with this inflation is worth more than $1. So technically, it would be more logical for them to raise the price in the United
Depends
States.
on where you're trading with and what company, what country.
But that's my point.
But it's not as straight as you think it is.
And no, and I understand that, but at the same time, like there's some countries that their currency is worth more than ours, and it would be more logical for them to raise the price. And their main the only reason why they're doing this is because Xbox's actual competition in the United States right now, and until Xbox starts taking the mind share of the rest of the world, which Sony basically just handed it to them. I mean, that's what they did.
It's not good news for
Xbox
Sony
is doing well in the US right now.
Sony pulled the 2013 Xbox or the PS3 era $600. Get another job type shit. So, we could sit here and you could say, well, there's logic to it. No, there's not. I'm sorry. Nintendo does not even have close to the market cap of Sony. And guess what? They said no. We're not raising our prices.
Yeah, but
so what does that tell me?
4 years old,
yeah, but there's different hardware, and they haven't raised. They haven't raised
every company out there.
Yeah, but that's the way it goes. But at the same time, we're talking about margins here. Sony already said that they're making money, so let's be honest here. So let's say they break even. Well, guess what? They took a loss several times throughout their generations. Okay. And so has Xbox. Xbox is probably taking more of a loss because, the 360 with the red ring of death, if that didn't happen, PlayStation might have gone under, to be honest with you. Okay. Because they dropped $600 console on a what? $350 for the base console for a 360? I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
you know
Sony
what I mean?
dropped
And
that
they're
price real quick.
They literally, and this is where I go and say this is the first time of 25 years of gaming I've ever seen a company with a 2-year-old fucking console sit here and be like, oh, we're going to charge you more. And keep in mind, 2008, there's a recession. Now, everybody's going to act like recession's worse than what we're in right now from what everybody says, even though it feels like the same damn thing. Just saying, they're just not calling it a recession. Okay? And that went across the world, and then we bailed out the banks and all that bullshit. Okay? But nobody was talking about the fact that those banks funded half of these companies that we're talking about right now. And everybody's going to sit here and act like, oh, they should have, raised the price after 2 years of being out or a year being out, and they never did that. So why is something different now? I mean, seriously, like it's ridiculous that people defend this and they act like, oh, this is the greatest shit in the world. Oh, we're premium now. Oh, okay, you're premium.
I think Sony wanted to pay $550 to $600.
You remember TV? Everybody remember TV? You know what? Don Matrick sat there and act like we're fucking premium now. Guess where that got us? All right. So you are literally taking. I mean, I almost feel like Jim Ryan could turn in. You know, he is Don Matrick for PlayStation right now, and the only problem is it's not the games as a service. It's not the stuff he's doing releasing on on PC. None of that shit. It's all about, you know, how this interaction is going right now with the consumer fan base. And at this point, I bring this back to saying Xbox stuck to their guns. They are good at multiplayer. When's the last time you've seen a multiplayer exclusive from PlayStation? Everybody brings up Factions. How about Factions 2? Where the fuck is that at? How about Factions being with the remake remaster of The Last of Us 1? How about that? How about we talk about the fact that they are all of a sudden buying up studios that involve mobile and games as a service and all this other shit because they're doing what Xbox did. Xbox didn't have enough studios. They had the template. They didn't have enough studios. Now all of a sudden you got so many fucking studios that people are crying, including PlayStation, saying, you can't take COD from us, I swear. Come on, man. Like, get your head out of your ass and realize that for once Xbox, instead of changing completely, they said, you know what? You're going to get Redfall and you're going to be able to play, you know, multiplayer co-op and single player. That's how we're doing. And you know what? Halo, as much as I you know, disagree with some things, at the same time, I played the multiplayer and that shit played really freaking good. And you know what? You know what I don't see from Sony? I don't see any of their exclusives having any damn multiplayer. So get the fuck out and start calling them out and saying, you know what? You can't give us a damn multiplayer that came out freaking how long ago? You can't even give us that in the game, and people are giving it 88. It's like, dude, come on, man. Bullshit.
Give us
Xbox, if Xbox had a multiplayer that didn't come out, that was from an old game 10 plus years ago, people would be fucking going up in arms like, oh, I can't believe it. Just like that co-op, right? Just like the couch co-op. Everybody's losing their fucking minds.
That's a great point. That is a great point right there.
Let's be serious. Everybody brings up Factions. Come on, bot. You know, you've heard it 100 times. Oh, well, Factions.
It's coming.
Well, Factions.
Factions
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's been over a fucking year. How about that? And they came out with they came out with the part 1. They came out with the part 1 remake. Quotes are up here, by the way. Remake that you originally had Factions in, and you didn't release it with the remake. Explain that to me. So I keep that same fucking energy. Tell you right now, they are doing some fucking wild shit over in Sony, and I don't know how much they're fucking smoking, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, you got so many people reporting on this, and so many people are now like literally calling out Sony, like, yo, what are you doing with this? This doesn't make sense. I understand inflation and stuff like that, but in you know, in the industry that we're talking about, the gaming industry, you're the only company doing any of this stuff, and it really does look bad. You put that together with
console wise,
yeah.
But, I mean, they're not the only publisher that's raising.
Well, I remember what was it, the VR, the Meta went up by $100. You know, people were not happy about that and wondering why the fuck they did that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just that's okay. I'll pay an extra $100.
Wait till they're paying fucking $400 for fucking VR when it comes out.
Yeah,
just won't buy it.
I think it's gonna be 400. I think it's gonna be 500.
I think it's gonna be 500. Being nice.
It might. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 500
with a wire, by the way.
Okay, with a wire. Yo, I'm done. God, I am done. Yo,
let me say this before we get out of here. This is pretty funny. This got really nothing to do with what we're talking about, but this was just going to say my daughter hit me up and she sent me this TikTok thing saying this remind me of when you and Bubba we're talking about her brother when I got pissed off at him because he had bad grades and I threatened that I was gonna mess up his 360. And so I was just laughing at the video and she said, you do remember that you took Halo out, you broke it in front of him and he started crying.
Oh shit.
I said, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I would. Yeah, no, fuck that. You ain't playing no games if you got bad grades. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, it's the
Did you
Terror
get good
Dome.
grades after?
Yeah, he got them grades.
Yeah.
I took that out because I was going to break the 360, right? Like
He
you know what I'm
became
saying?
an
I was like, you
outstanding
got me.
student after that.
Yeah. Then he started saying, "You're not going to do it," because at that time he was 16, so he wanted to try to buck up. I'm like, "Boy, are you out your damn mind? I'll bust your brains with this damn goddamn
Yo,
console."
Supersonic,
So
you're
he
a
calmed
VR
down.
simp anyway. You'll spend
Yeah.
any amount of money on a new VR. Let's be real.
But then I said that 360 better not turn on. And at that time he was diehard. And maybe that's what made him jump the COD, because I broke it. I never bought him that damn Halo. It was Halo 3, actually. I broke that shit, like snapped that shit, and I threw it at him. I said, "You get them grades up and you don't touch that goddamn console. I dare you to touch that console." So the grades went up. But then Call of Duty was his new favorite game. So my man 343.
Wow. Hey, brother. Yo. First off, I gotta say shout out to the chat. You guys have been absolutely incredible tonight. Yes, we are back. This is the next podcast. We are here every Thursday, 8 p.m. But like a 40-year-old with a comb over, it is time to get those plugs in. And I'm gonna start with the family member who hasn't been around that much, but he was in with us tonight. Of course, that is the Don. Don, I'm pretty sure you remember what to do here, man. You gotta let people know where they can go and check out, your streams, where they can go and talk games with you, and anything you want to tell the people. Now is the time to do so, bro.
Yeah, well, it's a little different. I actually got stuff to plug. It's a little bit different than the past. Yeah. So the easy way to find my stuff is always going on Twitter, which is Don_KTR. But if you want to check out live streams, the Don Gaming Live is my live stream channel where I just stream games. That is not, like traditional YouTube content you would see like on Bot or K-Mega's channel, is just game streaming. So if that's what you're into, that's what that channel's for. And I do have another channel where I do just kind of thoughts off the top of my head regarding gaming, game development, game streaming, anything really kind of evolving around the whole gaming sphere. And that channel is the Dawn Space KTR. And eventually I will get those channels up and going for you guys and more regular basis. And I have some content dropping, I think, Tuesday this week, or coming up week, I should say.
Nice. So content on the Dawn Space KTR then?
Yes. Bringing back co-streaming for those who miss Mixer in regards to that, and it works both on YouTube and Twitch. So
nice. The world would be a better place if Mixer was around still. I'm just saying.
True.
It would be nice, but that's the nice thing. I will say this about YouTube is you can definitely up the resolution and the bit rate much higher than any of the other services out there. So like right now on YouTube, it's a 1440p at 60 frames per second, and then as the service changes here where I live, I might bump it up to 4K 60. So.
I got you, bro. Well,
Slayer asked you a question, Don, which you ain't gonna bring it up now, but like when you when you do a video or something, he said if you can discuss the whole nerfing thing that Pred was talking about before on the show in the future, he would love to hear your perspective.
And we'll just bring Pred on Devin the Gamer and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Pred can do it. Yeah, saying maybe you bring one of his women on too. That'd be great.
Nice, bro.
Again, my hoes don't talk.
It was fun. it was fun talking games with you, bro.
Other mouth noise.
I can't wait to have you on again. Maybe maybe it'll go beyond when Halo news drops, man. If you ever see anything or
let's shoot for Game Awards.
Game Awards. All right, yeah, that's cool.
Time. That'd be a good time because there'd be a lot more to talk about around.
Oh yeah, so. I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be. I can't wait to see what Xbox decides they're gonna show for the Video Game Awards. That's gonna be nice. Thank you.
I can't wait to talk about the new Call of Duty when it comes out.
Hey, can we talk about these fucking outros so we can get the fuck out of here tonight? Let's go.
I'm
Well,
just here
next-
to keep Pred way past his bedtime, man.
I know.
Next-
y'all about to get hung up on.
I'm trying to get to the next outro. I am. I really am. Sir
Try
X-Man. Sir X-Man, what's going on with you, bro? What do you want to let people know about?
Fucking
Where
asshole.
can they go and talk
Well,
games
right.
with you? I'm trying, man. I'm talking through bullets and shit like that, yo. Like I'm trying. Pred, I'm trying to get there, bro. I'm trying to get there.
I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Bitch. But I'll be on GRG tomorrow. And well, forget your plan. Shoot.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And then next week I'll be starting with Noof Nukem about 9 o'clock God's time. Or 10
AM
o'clock,
or
1 to 2
PM?
p.m.
Come on, 8. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. And the game, my gaming after dark. Me, Cerebral Paul, somebody else I can't remember, and Damon Noof Nukem. So I'll be on that.
I love it. Yes.
That
love
old
it.
ass podcast. Boy, and then somebody I can't remember.
Who
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Somebody
wild
you can't
time.
remember.
It'll be wild time. Noof Nukem's back. You guys need to come check it out. And watch the next podcast. And some of y'all come watch GRG. It's on 8 o'clock tomorrow. Y'all could give it a shot. Come on, hang out.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and I'm enjoying Grid Autosport on the PC with the wheel and triple spin. I didn't have to do nothing. Wheel works. Wheel pedal shifter works perfectly. PC Master Race today.
Sir, at
Sorry.
your age, I'm not sure if the shifter is working perfectly. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. I don't know, and we don't want to know about
Eat my
your shifter functionality.
eat my shorts, Xbox.
Nice.
All right.
Let's see. Next on the list, let's go to the next podcast exclusive panel member, unless you go over to OnlyFans. Of course, it's Predator. What do you got to let the people know about, man?
Okay, dying with these long ass fucking outros, man. Nothing going on. See y'all next week. Predator underscore H2S. Follow me on OnlyFans, Don underscore KTR.
He's pulling his code out.
There you go.
Don, I did not know you had it in you, man.
You got the OnlyFans name, the actual name of the page. There you go.
There you go.
Let's
A
see.
lot of
Watch
mayonnaise.
someone's gonna create one now.
It's just gonna be somebody eating soup.
Yeah, with mayonnaise.
Oh,
and
Lord have
Big
shit.
old
mercy.
mustache.
making smoked meats.
Oh no.
Oh, keep it smoky,
With
my
exotic
friend.
butters.
Exotic butter.
Come on,
Exotic
now.
butters.
You know Crispy
Oh.
the meat man. Come on.
Whoa!
Wow.
I'll
we-
give you the sausage.
Now we know
Whoa.
Sir X's nickname is Crispy. Yo, Crispy, dude, it's outro time. What do you got for us, brother?
Oh man, the messiness involved is also incredible. Exotic butters. At Chrissy Bomb on Twitter, Chrissy Bomb 28 Xbox Live. You can find me on Retro Renegades Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We got Primetime Gaming Wednesday, 7 p.m. And of course, back here on the next podcast, 8 p.m. Thursday, prime time, baby.
Time. Yo, that is right, brother. Let's see. Next on the list, of course, it is the man who has been with me from the beginning. That milk dud himself, K Mega. K Mega, what do you got going on? I believe there's I believe there's a show. I believe there's a show tomorrow. What's going on with GRG,
Sweet topic.
bro?
What the hell's wrong with you? Is that
I was
what
trying
the
to pull
hell?
a Joe Staten. I was trying to say something, but then
I'm
surround it with other words and kind of just blend it in there and beat around the bush.
Oh man,
What's going on with GRG, man?
I don't know. It might be one to whoop on a white boy's ass. Gonna call me a milk dud. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we might get the brothers together and beat your ass. That's what we might do. But anyway, though, JRG tomorrow we back. 2-week hiatus. Had a good time. You know what I'm saying? I have really enjoyed the time off. You know what I'm saying? So, birthday, level 47. Still happy to be here doing the damn thing, gaming. Yeah, Fight Night Sunday we'll be back. That will most likely we'll see if we'll find something to stream Saturday. But yeah, come check us out 8 p.m. And then I might do my thoughts tomorrow before GRG. Might talk about a little bit of Halo, get people riled up. Might talk about something else. I don't know. We'll see. But I plan on having some fun, man. Getting back into it, doing what we do. Yeah, come check us out, man. Most likely we'll be back on this bitch ass show with this crazy ass dude on the next week. So come hang out with us.
Oh,
Go anywhere you
What
want,
kind of
Milk.
laugh was that? That was an evil ass laugh.
Milk Dud can go anywhere he
yo,
wants.
Milk Dud. Yo, everybody who follows K Mega on Twitter, hashtag Milk Dud, please.
Oh my God.
And on that note, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Definitely appreciate it. Chat has been absolute fire. Love seeing your responses, your jokes, some of the fanboyisms in here. It is good to see a variety of stuff going down in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much for the support. We are here every Thursday, 8 p.m. And of course, Crispy, that is
Prime time.
That is right. Yo, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you next week for the next podcast. Have a great night, everybody.
Hey, you
Peace.
frauds out there better go get that damn Soul Hackers too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you
Dude.
PlayStation dudes out there talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I see none but Xbox people playing Soul Hackers right now. Man, where's them motherfuckers at? Anyway.
Is it
He's
on
speaking the
Game Pass?
truth. He's speaking the truth.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we